Oh my goodness, it's a beautiful week, isn't it? And I'm back. Yes, I am. I'm here after, 2 weeks of break. I miss you all so much, but I'm back and I'm back for good. Good morning and welcome to Prime Morning. My name is Roslyn Felly and we are still in the Ghana month, and I want to say a very big thank you to the National Theatre for making us look beautiful this morning. My name is Roslyn Felly and you know I'm not here alone. Kay, today I'm to the J's here. Hi, Kay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
You look great.
Thank you.
That's all. You representing where?
I think this is the Volta.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm representing the Volta.
Last week, I think I did last week.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I now understand why people often meet me and they say F1 and they think I'm Voltarian because I actually look good. Yeah. You know, I look
you should be
just like a
responding to them when
Voltarian.
they say F1. You say,
I say A.
But it could be.
But it could A.
But it's good to be back. Yeah. You had fun.
I had an amazing time. It was an amazing experience, I must say. So a very big thank you to the amazing multimedia group for making me represent multimedia in Paris. It was beautiful, I must say. It's a great experience. I mean, Women of Valor was another level. Yes, say, oh baby, baby. They'll hail you. It was so successful. I was so impressed. I couldn't believe it. There were people that came from Nigeria. About 10 people came from Nigeria. In Ghana alone, we had over 60 delegates from Ghana going. In Nigeria, about 10. There were about 10 from UK. There were about 10 from Zimbabwe. Like, you know, different countries coming together. It was a beautiful sight. We had some people also from Paris coming to the event, and it was very, very prestigious. Another thing, kudos to Nanaba and her team, prestigious. There was a clothing, you know, an attire code, so you can't wear a t-shirt. No,
you gotta look good.
You know, you gotta look good. You gotta look royal. You know, so it was beautiful, and the speakers were so good. They were on point, and so kudos to the team. And hopefully next year, they say they might move it from Paris to another place. They could go to the UK. They could go to the US. You know. So fingers crossed where they will go the following year. That's next year. But it was a very huge success.
Great, awesome. That's what we love to see. Women doing the best for women. And so many thanks again to all those who went and participated and made it a success. And we hope to see you guys do it again next year. Great stuff.
Definitely.
All right, folks, we're back on Monday morning. We want to believe you had a great weekend. My weekend was somewhere. I've been struggling my weekend through with this, you know, serious cold, but it's good to be here and to serve, all right? So let's get on it. Yeah. These flies this morning.
You know, coming back and, you know, all the good bastards were happening in Ghana. You guys are doing well.
Yeah, there's a lot going
people
on.
People are suing people and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're terminating people's
appointments and all.
You know,
so talking about that, we're going to be talking about the termination of appointments and the appointment of a new IGP, where certain individuals feel that the former IGP, COP Dan Parry, should have resigned before the government decided to replace him. Because it would have been more honorable for him to have done that than what is happening. Because to them, it is not a good thing looking at how he used to be hailed, and all of a sudden, it's like the angel has fallen.
Well, that's expected. I mean, for me, if you ask me whether he resigned or still maintained his position, you know, he knew exactly what was going to happen. If government changes, a lot of things happen, including the change of an IGP. And so you can't blame him much. He may have his own reasons why he decided to also stay in the office. And so let's just let him, you know, be his best where he's going. Let's just hope that, you know, whatever endeavor he's going to be pursuing is going to be successful as this, because you can also take away what is contributed to the police service, as far as this country is concerned.
But, I kind of realized that in this life, people don't like people who want to put them right. I think there was so much discipline in the police force to the extent that his removal makes people happy because they feel they'll get the freedom to do whatever they want.
Exactly. I mean, this is somebody they say that he could arrest his own police people for parking at the wrong place.
Yeah. So they don't want him there?
So if all that is true, then obviously he'll be met with what, we're seeing now. And so for me, I think between him and his God, he knows what is done for this country. He knows exactly what is contributed for this country. So, I mean, and we know what we also saw when the police service was what it was and what it is now.
Yeah.
So he should take that, as a motivation for him to move on into the next step. Not everybody hates him. Not everybody. We all have our bad sides. But if people viciously prove a point, you need to just give them their flowers. And so, we wish him well.
Yeah. I think, Dampari does deserve his flowers. He's worked so hard. Like you said, we've seen the transformation of the police force to what it is today, and we are hoping that COP Yohonu will be able to fill those big shoes that has been left. If he's not able to do it, we are here to criticize, and we will do it effortlessly. Trust us. Well, another thing, the suit that has been done by the former finance minister against the Office of the Special Prosecutor, and he's not too happy with him being declared as a fugitive, especially it was done on TV. To him, it shouldn't have been so. And to him again, he feels that the Office of the Special Prosecutor overstepped his boundaries and trying to wear a coat that's bigger than his size.
It's going to be a long fight. I mean, the bigger issue is the fact that you have to be accountable to the country. And are you going to be overlooking that? Or you're going to be side by side providing whatever documents you need to provide to defend yourself in all the allegations that have been leveled against you. So I think that should also be where he sending some of his energy to. Because at the end of the day, whatever everybody is doing is in the interest of the country.
Yeah.
And so you can fight it, but the question is, are you also ready to defend all the allegations that are put before you? That's the first thing.
Well, we'll delve into that. And so if you want to be a part of the conversation, don't forget that you can join us on Facebook as we are streaming live and leave your comment there. We'll go on Facebook and read all your comments. Now, if you can't join us on Facebook, that's fine. We still have WhatsApp, 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757, and leave your messages there and trust us to read all your comments. It's probably brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still and still, phone Papa Perfie. What else do we have?
Absolutely. We've got some trends coming your way this morning. As always, Shola Adeyemi will be on to give you all the details you need on that. The sports team will be coming through, and over the weekend, they repeated what they did with regards to the effort they're putting together to ensure that the government gets to understand what the football or what the sports ministry looks like and how we can, manage it moving forward. I'm sure Nathaniel and the team will bring you some updates on what was shared during that conversation. And also, we've got some entertainment for you this morning, so we'll be joining us a bit later here on the show, all right? So we've got it all packed, as always.
Talking about entertainment, we were at the TGMA's nominees announced.
Yeah.
And, there's been a bit of uproar on social media with regards to that. I know during trends, they'll bring us snippets of what took place.
My disappointment was Dub Nation not featuring the group of the year.
Well, I have asked a lot of questions to it, and apparently they didn't foul.
Okay, then that's fine.
And apparently, even as of Wednesday, they were still calling them to foul. The board was calling them, and they still did not foul.
Okay, justified.
Yes, so Dope Nation cannot stay or stand anywhere and say that it's been unfair to them because they did not foul.
Yeah, you can fight that. It's justified. I was curious, but
they didn't foul for
if that's the excuse, then it is what it is.
But let's, somebody like AEC, I had a conversation with him, and this gentleman is so excited because he's been in the industry since 2012. So how many years now? And this is the first time he's received 3 whole nominations from the TGMA. He's so excited
an incredible
about it. Yes. And
very
I always say that every era and its star, and I think that this particular year is the EC year.
I mean, look at the performance he gave. Beautiful.
Beautiful performance.
Amazing performance,
yeah.
you know. So, yeah, I'm happy for him, and I wish him well in the coming, May night on the 3rd of May. Let's see what it goes.
All right, so talking about that, I think it's time for us to take our motivation.
Well, so we've got our Ghanaian proverb. If that is ready, then right after that, we'll jump into our motivation. So what do we have for our Ghanaian proverb as we celebrate Ghana month? Oh, we're praying? Oh, we're playing. Okay, what are we playing, by the way? Okay.
Onipa si obese wa enim se woye onipa pa. So enipa.
So if someone is determined to spoil your name, it does not matter if you're a good person. Yeah. That's a Ghanaian. I can't proverb over there for you. The person will still spoil you. And we've given you the English over there. So think about it as you go about your daily activities today. And why does this take me straight to Kumasi? Like straight to Kumasi.
I know, right? Anyways,
that's what it is. Our motivation is coming up next year on the show. Right after that, Rosalind Fellow will be sitting down for what you know as Newsflash. It's proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, folks, Papa Path here. Good morning, folks. We've got a show. Welcome to the show.
Newsflash is brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fee.
And you're still watching Prime Morning. This particular segment is brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone papa fee. Whatever gadgets you're looking for, whether mobile phones, television sets, CCTV cameras, we say worry no more because we've got you covered. All you need to do is to come to our shops. Or you see the number on the screen? Yes, pick the number and call us. Please do not go on Google to pick any numbers because there are so many fraudulent activities that are ongoing there. The fraudsters are there. They've left their details there. Don't pick the numbers from them. Just pick the number you are seeing on the screen right now. Or to make things very easy, just download the app, Franco Trading app. Simple like that. Just order anything, any gadgets of your choice, and we'll deliver it to you at your doorstep. For further inquiries, just visit our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone papa pair fee. Now today we have so many newspapers here. We are going to delve into it, and also we'll take a look at the Office of the Special Prosecutor versus the former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, where there's a suit against the Office of the Special Prosecutor by the former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta because of how he has been declared a fugitive by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. We'll take a look at that. And also we'll take a look at the removal of the IGP, the former IGP COP, Dan Parry, and the new IGP who is in the person of COP Yohonu. Do you also agree that Dan Parry should have resigned before there was another person put in his place? Or you think he did the honorable thing by staying till the president decided to select another person to take over that seat? Well, the conversation is for all of us to be a part of it. And so you can send your messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. I want to delve into the newspapers, but don't forget to send your messages to us. We do appreciate all of that. My name is Rosalind Felly, and my first newspaper is the Daily Graphic newspaper. Before I go into the newspapers, I want to say a very big thank you to the National Theatre for making us look this amazing this morning. Ghana Month, we are celebrating with them, and so anytime you see us wearing these regalias, it's all courtesy National Theatre Ghana. Thank you so much for doing this. I'll start with the Daily Graphic newspaper. The Daily Graphic newspaper. Inferior cement on a market. New manufacturers violate production process. And so this has come out. We see a picture of Elizabeth Ofori-Atta, who is a minister for trade and agribusiness and industry as well. And so you have to be very careful when you are purchasing cement because they are inferior cements on the market. Of course, I'm hoping that they'll be able to fish them out and get them out of the system. CRI advocates detailed documents for educational interventions. Be bold in expanding your businesses. EcoBank executive urges women. Ofori-Atta sues OSP, and this is one of our topics for this morning. OPCL properly acquired Chinese company shares in Ghana bauxite, and Zenith Bank opens first ever banking clinic for tertiary students. This is amazing, 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 amazing. My next newspaper is the Daily Dispatch newspaper, the Daily Dispatch. All you need to know about new IGP Christian Yohonu. And yes, we are going to take a look at this story, but it's going to be another angle. We are not going to fixate on the new IGP, but we are going to take a look at the process with which he was brought into the seat where former IGP Dampare has been taken out, where we heard that he should have resigned before he was taken out. Your impacts on security will not be forgotten, Mahama to Dampare. I do agree. Unfortunately, you know, when the government changes, you should know that your time is up. The Ghanaian publisher newspaper, Samia Uku appointed Vice President of SME Global for Africa. Mahama hints at a national airline. That's great. I will be so excited if this comes to pass. I've been calling on this for a very long time. We had Ghana Airways, it was Ghana Airways, then we had Ghana International Airlines, and then everything died. And a country as big as Ghana, that we have one of the biggest airports in the whole of Africa, not having our own airline, it doesn't even make sense at all. And so you ask yourself, why? What is so wrong? How can't we have an airline company that can employ our own people? And our people are, you know, applying to Emirates, British Airways, and all those places. Yet we can't do it if only we decide to channel our energy into it. So I'm excited, and I hope that it comes to being, though. I do hope so. UG suspends lecturer over sexual misconduct. Minority invites VIP to join a budget debate. CDM slams termination of public and civil servants' appointments, and rain-fed Greek bane of Ghana's underdevelopment, Dr. George Domfe says so. Okay, so this is it for the Ghanaian publisher newspaper. But before I move on to my next newspaper, I just want to say good morning to my very good friend who is always here, Nana Yalsapon. Good morning, Nana. How are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. And Nana is representing Movement for Change, I must say. Nana, what do you think about the national airline?
Absolutely. We have always wanted to have a national airline and a shipping company for the nation. Before I continue, good morning to your viewers and yourself. If you read our Great Transformational Plan, we stated categorically that one of the main avenues to be able to bring in a lot of inflows is through some of these national assets. Okay, so if you will notice, almost all the airlines belong to foreigners. All right, so what happens is that whatever they get, they take it away. And our repatriation regulations are not so tight. I think we had stated that there is a need for us to have a national airline. There is a need for us to have a shipping company because there is a lot of cargo in the system. You understand? People bring in a lot of goods and people export a lot of goods. So if we have a shipping company as a nation and we have a national airline, both for domestic and for international, I think that we're going to make a lot of headway. It's a good call. We have stated it, and I'll try to look for where it is and I'll read it out to you.
Okay.
It's very important.
Very important. Very important.
Because once you are going, you want to move from the traditional Gadgetsburg economy into an industrialized economy. One of the things you should be looking at is air and ship. traffic. Yes.
Great. All right, so I'll do the Ghanaian Times newspaper next. The Ghanaian Times, it is my final newspaper though. I'll work with utmost seriousness, new IGP assures. And of course, we know he will because the way his people hailed him, I bet he has something great to offer. OTRCC adopts a non-partisan strategy to foster development. GJA demands full-scale investigation into attack on 3 journalists covering illegal mining, and Ghana posts to integrate 24-hour economy into operations. And this is coming from the Minister, Honorable Sam George. I think it would be great to actually see it happening. But, you know, sometimes I get surprised that a place like Ghana Post hasn't been operating for 24 hours. Like, there are certain places that you will think that it should operate for 24 hours. You know, there should be the night shift and the day shift. So it gets surprising that, you know, in this day and era, we are now trying to get certain places to work for 24 hours. But it's all good, though. Let's start now, and let's see how best we can get the most out of these places. Now, this morning, I want to take a look at 2 main topics, which I have mentioned, but we need you to also to be a part of our conversation, and you can join us on Facebook as we're streaming live. So as we're streaming live, when you join us, you leave your comment there. Don't forget to hit the share button. Let everybody on your timeline enjoy it as well. Now, if you can't join us on Facebook and you're watching at home, it's fine. You can still contribute by sending your messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Now, I think we should start with the suit between Ken Ofori-Atta, who is a former finance minister, versus the Office of the Special Prosecutor. And I just want to cite a few of the things that he said, or he cited in his suit. So he says that the OSP has no legal mandate to use media briefings to declare an individual wanted. Ken Ofori-Atta argues that such declarations fall under police jurisdiction and must be done with court approval. Number 2, by declaring him wanted without proper legal basis, the OSP allegedly exceeded its authority under the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017, Act 959, and the Office of the Special Prosecutor, that's the Operations Regulations 2018, LI 2374. Number 3, the alleged unlawful declaration infringes on his personal liberty, Article 14, and freedom of movement, Article 21, as enshrined in the 1992 Constitution. It also violates international human rights obligations under the International Covenant on Civil Political Rights, ICCPR, and the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Now, these are the things that he cited. I want to say a very big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise for always and always having our back. Now, if you're looking for any gadget, don't forget to go to Franco Trading Enterprise and they will serve you. Now, not just that you go to Franco Trading Enterprise, but you can download the app on your phone to make things very simple. It is the Franco Trading app, which makes things simple for you, very easy. You just purchase any of your gadgets of your choice on the Franco Trading app, and we will deliver it to you at your doorstep. So let's do this together, okay? And as you're doing that, let's not forget to join the conversation this morning as well. My name is Roslyn Felly, and as you join the conversation, it's 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. I have my second guest who has joined us this morning, and he is representing the NDC, Awo Kekeli. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well, yourself.
I'm fine, thank you. You look very, very traditional, like me.
Yeah, when I saw you, then I removed my cape to wear this.
Oh, nice. I like it. So we are twinning with a scarf. You know, we have a very beautiful culture.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. Anyway, so one of the newspapers reported that there's a hint of airline coming through very soon. Mm-hmm. So do you know more, a bit of details about it? Can you give it to us?
Not really, but it's been part of our campaign, and the wish of the former president, who is the president, when he was campaigning, that we'll have our own airlines. Because for a Ghana like Ghana, a country like Ghana, the Black Star of Africa, without an airline, we have to charter, even when the president has no flight. We have to go charter and we have to pay so much for it. And so for me, it's a welcoming news. It's a good one. And kudos to the president, who doesn't really always promise, but he delivers. He looks at the needs of the people, what will bring the country to a good standing. And he always does that. And when I saw it, I said, wow, this is the man. At least we've seen the work that he started, and we know that Ghana will be heading towards a better footing. Honestly, how can we even run a country without an airline? And when you get close to the airports and you see the number of flights leaving this country, especially Ethiopian Airline, I'm like, whoa. And we can do same for our own people. And so President John Dramani Mahama, good morning this morning, and all his appointees. You don't have to have a ministry just for airlines and produce nothing. We were having, I think, 3 ministries under transport, and we got nothing out. No tree, no airline, nothing really happened in this country for a good, bad 8 years. That's how sometimes I put it.
Okay.
And so for just 2 months into office and we are hearing this, for me, I think it's a good news, and we should all support whatever cause.
Okay. Right. Back into our conversation, which is the Ofori-Atta versus Office of the Special Prosecutor. Let me put it like that. Now, this is what he's seeking from the Office of the Special Prosecutor. He's seeking the removal of his photograph and details from the OSP's wanted list. He's also seeking compensation for damages caused by unlawful declaration and public listing as a wanted person. He's also seeking formal responses from the OSP to outstanding legal correspondence from his solicitors and a listing of required documents from the OSP for investigation purposes to be served on his solicitors in anticipation of his return to Ghana. And he's also suing and saying that he wants an injunction preventing the OSP from redeclaring him a wanted person or a fugitive. Let's not forget that the OSP actually did say that if he does not go ahead and, do what they have to do, the needful, they will have to redeclare him wanted. Now he's trying to put an injunction on that so that he's never declared wanted again. So, Nana, let me start this conversation with you. Do you think that what the former finance minister has done isn't the right?
Thank you very much. I think that before we got here, I was telling you that we had stated as part of the policies of the Great Transformational Plan that we would look at the restoration of Ghana's strategic assets. We had stated as such as shipping lines, national airline, and refineries to provide needed services and reduce our reliance on foreign services. And so this is stated black and white in our GTP. And I think, as I stated, anybody who is looking at industrial transformation, anybody who was focusing on indeed creating jobs for his people would definitely have a think about how to use the transport system to create some of these opportunities. One other transport infrastructure that we would also have to look at is the railway system. You understand? We should be able to have a very good railway system, not the ones we have in the book, but in reality, we want to solve some of these major problems. Then we should be looking at also pushing for the proper establishment of our railway systems. We might not have ready money for some of these things. What we need to do is to put measures in place, put a very solid framework that would attract both local and international investors to partner with government, even if it would be a build, operate, and transfer. If it's going to be a PPP, we have to have a relook at it and establish it. And when they are doing so, we would then treat that they consider Ghana first. most of these BOTs and PPPs would end up favoring the foreigners. And at the end of the day, if we do that, that means that we are heading nowhere. We should always have a think about Ghana. We shouldn't go in for these single digits percentages and go behind the back, create our own companies and entities and take the rest into our pockets. That would be so very wrong. We need to come up strong if indeed we want to industrialize, and that is very key. Yes, Ken Ofori-Atta. Rosalie. You see, he has the right, per our constitution, he has the right to do whatever he's doing now, counter-suing, playing around with the laws. I sat here, you are here, and I told you that those who seem to know the law are those who are doing Ghana what they are doing to Ghana today, because they know how to maneuver their ways through. I mean, okay, you're declared wanted, you are not wanted. Special Prosecutor has gone back. I think I read that he withdrew that wanted
he did.
declaration, whatsoever it is, and you want to sue him. That's okay. But at the end of the day, that is not what Ghanaians need. We are asking questions. Let us not use semantics and technicalities to run away from the issue. That can be handled. You understand me? You want to declare your name. We are helping. We said Ken Ofori-Atta was not declared wanted. We are sorry for declaring you wanted. But the point is...
They didn't say they are sorry.
Oh, I am saying on behalf of Ghanaians.
No, but...
We are sorry for declaring you wanted.
They didn't say...
On behalf of the office of the Special Prosecutor.
What we need is our money. You understand? What we need is our money. What he should be responding to is whether or not what we are asking him is true. What he should be answering to, or he should be responding now, is it true that we use $58 million to dig a hole? What he should be responding to now is, Mr. Ken, is it true all the listed troubles from the Ministry of Finance? All right, the banking reforms, that the collapse, and I don't want to call it banking sector reforms, the collapsing of our banking industry. Is it true that what you needed, you got more than what you used? You understand? We just need our money as Ghanaians. We are just begging. These semantics and technicalities would not help.
No, but let me say that until found guilty...
we are not saying he's guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
We are only asking questions.
Yeah, but if you say it's as though he's been found guilty. No. So let me just
That is what I'm saying, that those who know the law are those who tend to use technicalities to delay some of these things. The thing is black and white. You say it is not black. We agree it is not black. I mean... But come, tell us the white of it.
But it's in court, isn't it? He has to deal with the Office of the Special Prosecutor with regards to this
That one
issue.
will take like 10 years.
No, but he can't just come out publicly and tell the public that I am guilty or I'm not guilty.
He's able to come out guilty and say he's not wanted.
He's gone to court. That's for the court to decide.
But he's in the papers.
Yeah.
They are all over talking about it. Let's not hide behind some of these technicalities and do the things we do. And that is why people have the boldness, the nerves to do what they do when they are given public offices.
Okay.
All right? Because if you have the means to lawyers, if you have the means to the court, if you have the means to do what some people are doing in the media, all right, then people will be emboldened to take some of the actions they are taking. For heaven's sake, are you not worried that we are saying, whether true or not, that $58 million was used to dig a hole? Are you not worried about it?
Let's find that.
Do we not need answers?
Okay.
It's not about the person being guilty or not.
That's
Do
fine.
you not need answers?
All right, let me welcome...
The answers will not determine whether the person is guilty or not. We just want to find our money, that's all.
Okay. Good morning, Kwesi.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to the studio.
Yeah.
First time meeting you. Every time has been Zoom.
Yes. Finally, I'm here.
Yeah, finally you're here.
Let me take the opportunity to also greet my senior.
Senior.
I've heard of him and I've read of him, but today I had the opportunity to meet him.
Hey, read of me, pa.
Right.
And My sister too, let me take the opportunity to say hi to you.
Hi.
I think this is the first time that we're meeting on set. I hope we have a very good...
We will.
Definitely, definitely. All right, so I bring the conversation to your doorstep now. It looks like it's going to be suit against suit against suit against suit. What Ghanaians are really looking for are answers as to whether he's guilty or he's not guilty. It's not about the suit. However, he has his rights, and so he's doing this to let people also know that I have rights. And so as a young person out there that you might not understand the law, if this is ever done to you, you can also go to court. So probably he's right, isn't it?
Probably. But my worry has been when the OSP himself came out with that, is it press conference or something? I called it a charade. Because for me, he could have done that without all that fanfare.
Right.
Whether he wanted to be seen working, or there's a new government, I also want to be seen that I'm working, justify your inclusion and all that. I had a little issues with it. Then he came back to say that the lawyers have reached out to him, so the man is no more a fugitive. And I said exactly what I was afraid of or guiding against, thinking that you could have done this without coming public with it. You came making a whole lot of noise about this whole thing, and it has backfired in your face. You see, most of our cases, even though we might have good evidence or a whole lot of things to stand on, the way and manner we sometimes go about some of these things, these are some of the results we get. A case went into court during the previous administration for 8 years, and nothing came out of those cases. And I asked myself, was there no due diligence? People just wanted to rush to court. People just wanted to do things so that they will be seen to be doing something. I don't want to be seen that, okay, this is my office and
nothing is being done.
Nothing is being done, so I have to rush to do something, and you'll be going to court for 8 years. Then when you are leaving office, you say that I want to clear this person, or this case is over and all that. For me, it doesn't make sense. And you see, I said, he has every right to go to court. Sitting here, if I feel my image is being tarnished, I have every right to go to court, to clear my name and all that. But we pray the law and these technicalities we want to use. Thank God we have a lawyer here, so some of us are just speculating because we don't even know what really goes into some of those things. They won't go use technicalities against the states, if I should, because the OSP works for the states, and then he's set free. There's so much questions we need to ask the former minister. We need answers. So the holiday, though we know he said he's not well, we are not in his body, and we wish him speedy recovery. But we need answers. A whole lot of things have gone on. We have a project sitting there that has become cancerous to Ghanaians. A whole lot of money went into it. Someone went to duping God, and it took us Ghanaians to pay for that. And a lot of things had gone on. You gave ambulance contract to baby dada of a daughter of the president. A whole lot of issues needs answers. So if he has anything to do, sitting in his hospital bed or whatever in his room and suing, I pray and I hope that he's also listening to Ghanaians. He will sit there and do same, give us answers. Oh, these are the questions that the OSP wanted to ask or is asking. I have answers. You take this, go through them. If there is anything, if I have to appear, the dates you have given, we are expecting you to appear. But you are sitting, sleeping comfortably. You can sue, but you can't give answers from wherever you are suing from. So you see the double standards here. The man can really answer the questions he's being asked. If he wants to.
Not in the public domain. He has to answer to the office of the special
prosecutor. So why didn't he do it? From what we are getting, the man have been written to on some occasions. So why didn't he do the needful? But you sleeping, now that you say you are not well, out of your sickness, you could sue.
Well, it's his lawyers that are doing it on his...
No, his lawyers would have done same. Because if I have a lawyer and I'm not able to go to court, is my lawyer not supposed to represent me?
About a month ago, this topic came up. And we had the Office of the Special Prosecutor call into our show because they were watching. And they said that they didn't want the lawyers to speak. They wanted him to be the one to speak, not his lawyers, because it is not the lawyers that did whatever happened. So they needed him well, and they needed him to do the answers. And so if now his lawyers are suing, until he gets better to be able to respond to whatever they are saying, they don't want the lawyers to speak on his behalf.
I'm sure he spoke to his lawyers, didn't he? He could as well ask his lawyers to type things and send to the Office of the Prosecutor.
They said they didn't want it.
No, from him. We are in an IT whatever world. And this my phone, in my sick bed. We are doing a whole lot of things. So I'm not sure the man is just bedridden that he can't even lift a finger. He can't even receive a call. He can't even talk to people. I don't think so. If he has a phone, okay, these are some of the documents. I'm sure he has those documents. He should. As a minister who is serious, who was in charge of the whole nation, our finances, everything that has to do with the economy was with you. I'm sure you should have something on his tablet, his laptop, his phone, backups everywhere. And maybe hard copies in some corners. So why don't you go to my office? Get here. You can as well ask me. For the fact that he's able to ask his lawyers to do something on his behalf, he could have as well. This is coming from, he's not coming from my lawyers. Because obviously his lawyers cannot answer those questions. Maybe when he was giving the money, the lawyers were not there.
That's what the Office of the
Yes, when the contracts were given, the lawyers were not there. But book, no lie. And books can be electronic, everywhere, anything. He can still send that thing.
Okay.
Or through his lawyers, or through whatever. Now he can even liaise with the Office of the Prosecutor directly. You ask a question, you wanted something. Go through some of these things. If you're not comfortable, we'll come back to it. So I'm back. But if you want to feel comfortable and now you want to sue before you come back and you want to, that kind of, look, we had people who were picked up in church, who were picked up from the airports, people who were picked up in obscure places that as if they were running away from this nation. So I believe that the former minister can do better through his lawyers or through the means of IT or whatever.
All right, thank you very much, Awo. Kwesi, it's good to have you, I must say, because you might be able to explain this whole suit to us better. It's been done, and people are questioning why he's not answering the questions with regards to the allegations that have been brought to his allegations with regards to corruption that has been brought before him, rather than, suing the Office of the Special Prosecutor, because what Ghanaians need is not this, but rather answers from him.
Well, thank you very much. Let me say that I will not in any way support any form of evasiveness by any public officer or official, whether current or previous, to run away from responsibility. At every point, when you are given a mandate, it goes with an equal measure of accountability and, of course, even transparency. But while we believe that public officials must answer for their actions and inactions, we must also, be very mindful of not trying to subject them to public persecution to the extent that we even prejudice them before we hear them. I just saw a letter this morning, just on social media, on one of your platforms, coming from the Special Prosecutor's Office, also responding to a suit by Mr. Ofori-Atta.
Okay, I'm yet to see that. It came out this morning.
Yeah, this morning. And you see, OSP is a lawyer. When a writ or any motion, originating motion is served on you, the proper forum and the proper procedure is to respond through the court processes. But yet still, he responded publicly and indicated that we will declare you wanted again if he has to. So right now, it's not really about law. It's not really about the facts. is about just display of power and showmanship. And if you are not very careful, we'll be missing out from the real issues. For me, that is where the problem and my concern lies. And I've always maintained, I'll quote Montesquieu, he said, there is no greater tyranny than that which is carried out under the guise of law in the name of justice. You see, the fact that we are, conducting the process within the law does not also negate the fact that there is some form of due process that we have to follow. First of all, there has not been any charges pressed against the man. All you did, based on your own press conference, according to the OSP, was to write a letter inviting him. Let me state categorically that as you sit here, if a letter is extended to you to assist any state office, with regards to investigation, you have two options. You either honor it or you decline it. It is at the point where you decline, that is where that particular state office can go to court and get a court order
or a warrant
to then summon you before them. In this particular case, the whole night I was reviewing Ken Ofori-Atta's, the writ or the suit that has been instituted against the OSP. If you read it very carefully, you realize that all these questions has been answered. It is never the case that the man denied that he was not going to speak to them. If you recall, the man was already outside the country, where he had even indicated to the former Chief Justice and the current Chief Justice that he's going to undertake a medical procedure, which is going to take him some time. It was after this, that is where the OSP wrote a letter to him, where he indicated that based on the letter that he even wrote to the previous Chief of Staff and the current Chief of Staff, he is not well and is out of the jurisdiction. And on that basis, every information that you need, his lawyers are willing to provide for you. So why are we also not asking questions? Why is the OSP not also, accepting at least to cooperate within that time? Nobody is saying that Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta is so a special human being. But you see, maybe today is Ken Ofori-Atta. As of now, no court has been able to make any determination against him. There is not even a matter of even a single charge against him. Yes, so an OSP, a seasoned lawyer, goes out. They call the man in that regard a fugitive, wanted fugitive of law. Once you don't even have any arrest warrant, he has not evaded any arrest warrant. I am of the view that some of this public display and drama, at the end of the day, may even take the real substance of the very issues that we are discussing. Nobody is saying that you cannot, even arrest him, because I have read their act. To even some extent, they even have, powers that is similar to the arresting powers of the police. So there are some actions that we believe that genuinely they can take. But you see, when you are a public officer or you are handling any public office, it goes out with also some level of responsibility. The fact that you have some powers to exercise some discretionary powers does not necessarily mean that it has to apply within a vacuum. It also has to apply within the context of the law, particularly the provisions of the Constitution, that administrative bodies in the application of their discretionary powers also do not have to be capricious, have to be fair, have to be reasonable. Somebody issues a writ, and the following morning said, if I have to call you, wanted again, I'm going to do that again. So right now, are you really engaging the issues, or is it just about showmanship, settling personal scores, or kind of showing how powerful the OSP can be? And for me, it makes me quite worried. I just hope that Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, the OSP has indicated that he wants to see him in person. He doesn't care about his lawyer. In any event, when he comes at the end of the day, he's still going to come with his lawyers. So what prevents you from even soliciting such information? Because the information that you are soliciting is not really about his lawyers. It's coming from him through his lawyers. But the OSP has denied that he's not going to take those information.
No, he said he's not. He said he wants the man himself to answer.
So you see, sometimes a question is the motive of the action that you are undertaking.
Do you think that the OSP is looking for some sort of favor in the eyes of the public and also favor in the eyes of the current government?
Well, I'm very reluctant in going on that tangent. But I'm also a bit surprised the tangent that the OSP has taken, particularly even seeing the letter that came from him.
Where did you get the letter from? Which source?
I'm going to share with you. Hold on. I'll just share with you as we are here. I'm sure I saw from their platform, you may check, where he indicated that he will have to, even if he has to take him referring to the man as...
So it does have the badge of the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
I followed their Facebook page, so...
Okay, so this is on their Facebook page?
Yes, so I downloaded from there just now, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, sure. So let me just let people know what it says. It says, case update, Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, acknowledges a lawsuit filed by Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta contest... I hope my eyes... I'm still 25 years, though.
It doesn't matter.
I know, right? Contesting the OSP's prior declaration that he was a wanted person and a fugitive from justice. Mr. Ofori-Atta formally requested the OSP to remove his name from the OSP's list of wanted persons with the assurance of the OSP that he would make himself available for questioning on a definite date. The OSP, in good faith and on the basis of Mr. Ofori-Atta's assurance, granted his request and removed his name from the OSP's list of wanted persons pending his personal attendance at the OSP on the definite date. So he says personal attendance. Until it's him, his lawyers can't do it.
No,
and he further says that
Mr. Ofori-Atta reserves the right not to even attend. Because if I'm extending an invitation, I can decide not to attend. Then you provoke the necessary steps. Because see, in London, you see the Constitution is very clear. Article 19, for instance, is so clear that even if you accuse the person, even in this case, the guy has not been accused. Even if you accuse a person of any wrongful act or conduct, such a person will be presumed innocent until you prove such a person guilty in a competent court of justice. In this case, there has not even charge press. There has not been any accusation. There has not been even any conviction. There has not been any sentencing. So why this drama? Nobody is saying that the guy should not face the law.
Okay. It continues and says that Mr. Ofori-Atta is mandatorily required to appear in person, and it's in bold. Before the OSP on the 2nd of June 2025. If Mr. Ofori-Atta fails to attend the OSP on the scheduled date, he shall be re-entered on the OSP's list of wanted persons, and the OSP shall consider him a fugitive from justice, whereupon the OSP will cause the issuance of an Interpol red notice on his regard and also cause the initiation of extradition proceedings in any jurisdictions in which he may be found. The OSP remains unwavering in its commitment to enforcing the law and ensuring that Mr. Ofori-Atta answers for his role as a prime suspect in 5 ongoing corruption and corruption-related investigations. It's signed by Kisie Jabe himself, the Special Prosecutor, and he did this on the 17th of March, 2025.
Is this one even necessary? See, don't let us pretend that even if you are declared maybe you wanted, or you are charged, or you are accused facing any trial, you don't have a right. Within the same framework of the law, you have, rights to your freedom to move. Right on a lot of subject matters. You see, the fact that even you accuse the guy, or even bring him before a competent court of jurisdiction, does not negate the fact that he has rights to pursue. If he decides to pursue his rights within the same framework of the law by going to court to make a determination on whether or not certain descriptions that you use on him are valid or are constitutional or legitimate, I don't think this is the right process of responding to him. As a seasoned lawyer, the ordinary expectation is that you probably also respond to same. And based on your response, maybe it can get into the public, like Mr. Ofori-Atta's own is in the public, then we all discuss. But as soon as you choose this path, right-thinking people will start questioning your motive even behind.
That. Okay. Yes. Now let me go on, Google and get you everybody information on the Office of the Special Prosecutor, what they can and cannot do. Now these are their key responsibilities and powers. Investigation and prosecution. The Office of the Special Prosecutor investigates and prosecutes specific cases of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption-related offences in both the public and private sectors. Number 2, asset recovery. The Office of the Special Prosecutor is responsible for recovering the proceeds of corruption and disgorging illicit and unexplained wealth. 3, corruption prevention. The Office of the Special Prosecutor takes steps to prevent corruption, including implementing measures to mitigate instances of grand corruption and advocating for policies to prevent future corrupt practices. The next one is independent function. The Office of the Special Prosecutor is an autonomous agency not subject to the direction of or control of any person or authority in the performance of its functions except as provided in the Constitution. Now, this one is, I'm very, very concerned with this one because it's telling us that it doesn't need anybody to operate with what they want to do. So because it's an autonomous agency. Is that not what it is?
It works, they work, whatever they do is under the laws of Ghana.
Exactly.
Sure.
And so, in as much as they are an autonomous organization, they still would have to work within the confines of the law. They are not greater than the law. It is just a mere agency, an ordinary agency like
created by statute.
That was created by statute. But you see, when both agencies, both the agency and the purported accused, all right, the individual involved, try to play with the Constitution and the laws like they are doing. That is where some of us would now come to believe that indeed laws and rules are designed to favor the rich and powerful.
You really?
What is here? Rosalind, if it was you, you'd be behind bars today. But it is Ken Ofori-Atta. So he has a consortium of lawyers who are playing gimmicks with the law. You get me? You see where they are now? We can be here for the next 5 to 10 years.
He's not in charge of anything. No?
I'm not talking about being charged. No, but
he has every right.
He has every right. Yes, under Article 12 to 14, true to 14. Am I right?
Yes.
The basic fundamental human rights.
Yes.
He has freedom of movement. He has freedom of
Speech, every speech.
You understand?
Yes,
Nobody is doubting that. Chapter 5.
Yes, 12 to 33.
12 to 33. Go be brave. But the point is, now one money. That 58 million that has been used to dig a hole, are we going to sit aloof and allow them to play gimmicks like this? And then we would have no answers to those questions?
Which one is the gimmick?
You see the way they have started. Madam was talking about something. Was it indeed necessary for, what is the gentleman's
The fanfare kind of
Isi-Jabin to do what he did? No. Yes, he has right to press briefing.
That's true.
He has right to indeed tell Ghanaians, because it is our taxpayers' money, it is our money we use in paying him, buying all the cars that he wanted to drive and he's driving. So he has responsibility to inform us of what is happening in his office. Office accountability. But was that the way to go? Ken Ofori-Atta, you were Minister of State, Cabinet Minister, responsible for finance. The whole Ghana said they should sack you. Your cousin says, no, he won't sack you. We don't have a problem. But now we want to hold you accountable for your stewardship.
Is that not the step that the OSP is doing?
Oh, bro, for you on Makengu.
Because we have seen the OSP take a step.
The steps he's taking, is that the way he should go?
How do you want him to go?
Okay, you want to hold press briefing.
Yeah.
I've held the press briefing, yes. We've written to Ken Ofori-Atta to come and respond to us. We do not want his lawyers to respond. We want him in person. And we don't know where his whereabouts. And for that matter, if through this press briefing, his lawyers get to hear, or he himself gets to hear, he should know that he's been wanted by the office of the...
If you read the writ
of the press briefing,
he knew where he was about.
No, I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
So,
you see, you are a lawyer. The best lawyer is not the one who knows the law. It's the one who knows the court and the judge.
I beg to differ.
No, when we say, he's a lawyer. That's what I'm saying. He's a lawyer. It is a very good phrase.
We can't say that.
It's a very
TV.
popular. No, I'm not saying that.
No, but you see,
I should be held responsible for this.
No,
oh, please. And I'm saying that he has been.
It's a school of thought.
It's a school of thought.
It's a school of thought. We can actually then say it like that.
Well, I think we'll talk, then let's move on.
Yes.
It's a school of thought. And which is
more issues.
We don't want issues.
Which is very much. No, who's going to sue?
There's not
Listen, no, and this is a very popular school of thought, which the lawyers themselves believe in, and they act with it. You understand me? Where we have gotten to, the issue at hand is of high public interest.
Yes.
$58 million. The other one, ambulance, anything.
I think there are about 5 issues that has been
investigated.
You understand me? A whole lot of issues. Ghanaians have been crying over these issues for years. And so the OSP, whatever he's doing, he dare not miss it.
Seriously.
Well, with regards to the release of his recent letter that we read
just
this
look
morning,
at this letter he has written.
So the letter
was this actually very necessary?
But the letter actually tells us that, yes, I will.
For me, I feel that the OSP is just giving these people some escape route.
But he's giving
it seriously.
the man
for me,
the
way he's going about things is not the best. He just wants to let Ken off the hook, because at the end of it, he's going to use technicalities like he have started. Then, by the time we realize the law is on his favor, like the school of thought is saying, it favors the rich and the powerful. And so at the end of it, Ghana is going to lose.
So at this point,
we are telling the OSP, if he's really serious about this thing, he should know how he's going to handle this thing. The way a manner is going about it is not the best.
What will be the
We
best
want
way?
accountability.
Okay.
And so if he can a little bit keep this thing, at least, fine, he wants to account to the people. He wants us to know that his office is on top of issues. We love that. But he should also be sure that whatever he's doing, he is not creating a gap in the law. Those small things that they can use, like the Bible will say, the little foxes, they destroy the vine. Those little things that you don't even consider as law or serious, that is what the lawyers can even use. And at the end of it, the person, you know, when you go outside, mostly you can see that my brother here is very, very much guilty. But because they know the law, they will use it against you, and you are there. And there's nothing you can do if the law says this, unless you go and file an appeal, and that one, we know how long those things will take. So if he doesn't, like, that's why I'm happy about this Attorney General. He said he's not going to just rush to court on issues, especially when he was giving this oral report. Because if you are not careful, it will happen like Odami's case. For 8 years, you will be in court and you have nothing to hold on to. You will just be wasting everybody's time and the little resources that we have as a nation. You will just be using it to court and up and down. And at the end of it, you leave the whole office with scandals, like we saw. So some of these things, he just have to say, I don't know law, but some of these things are common sense. Just sit down. As a lawyer, and I hear he's a lecturer, he's a good one at that. He should just sit down. Get the best people he can get to work with him. And make sure that some of these things are done properly. We just want accountability. That's all Ghanaians are asking for. Don't give the people that are little holes in the law or whatever you are trying to do, as if you have personal issue. This is not a personal thing. The man was a minister. He served Ghana. And so we have to, he has to account. And we have every right to ask for everything, to whom much is given. Much is expected. And every role you take as an appointee, as whatever, you have a responsibility towards those who appointed you. And you can't fail your people. And so if after your tenure, people call for your head, your own people, his own people in the MPP, at the end of it, go and check those people. They all lost their seats. They made sure they lost their seats. They didn't go back to Parliament. But it's unfortunate they lost the election. And now I was wondering if they had won, would he have been in bed that he's sick?
All right.
So he should come and account to the people.
Come and account to
we
the people.
need all those answers.
And he's not well. His lawyer says he's not well.
He should be well, though. We wish him well. He should be well and come back. Seriously.
But this is...
I just want to point out something quite interesting. You see, if you read the writ of Ofori-Atta, against the OSP, one of the reliefs that he is seeking is that...
The injunction?
No, not even the injunction. One of the reliefs that he's seeking, that is very interesting, is that until his arrival in person to meet the OSP, the court should make a determination for him to, or declare for him to respond through his lawyers. So the guy is not running away from responsibility. I think we need to get that very clear.
Right.
It's the OSP that is insisting that he needs him in person.
We are not saying he's running away.
No, it's based on what
all of us
said.
here agree he's not running away. What he has here. But what we are saying is that the strategies they are using is, you see, I disagree with you. You gentlemen would always say that...
I disagree with that. You see, on the basis that if you look at the summary of the whole rate, he's just seeking to clear his name. It has nothing even to do with the substantive issue. He said that the process and the procedure and the basis upon which you used to declare me as wanted and fugitive has caused some form of public defamation to my name. And on that basis, the court should declare that you didn't have the power to declare me fugitive or wanted. So that is what he's seeking in court. And of course, as part of the release...
We'll give it to him. We'll give it to him.
So these are not even a substantive issue.
I want to talk about the power of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. The Special Prosecutor, Deputy Special Prosecutor, and officers of the Office of the Special Prosecutors have the powers of a police officer under the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act, 1960, Act 30, and under any other law. So they could declare him.
No.
They couldn't.
So we realize what even Nana's point earlier indicated, that you see, you have to know the hierarchy of laws. The hierarchy of laws, you have the Constitution, you have statutes, acts by Parliament, passed by Parliament, and what have you. At every point, you have to understand that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. And all other laws are subservient to the Constitution. So in as much as you have certain powers to operate, let's say within the Criminal Offences Act, within the OSP Act, it has to be consistent with the provisions of the Constitution. To the extent that when you are declaring someone fugitive, if it doesn't expressly state within your act, you may have to go through due process by going to a court to get such orders in making such declaration. Even when it comes to declaration of people being wanted or fugitive of law, most times it's a reserve of the court, where you as the OSP will have to apply to the court. But just a quick one. My sister was trying to draw the analogy between the knowledge prosecutors that were done by the government, the numerous ones, and the fact that maybe some way, somehow, that may run to court. You see, first of all, it is fleeting, and it is not true that all cases that were before the court were 8 years old. Granted that even they were 8 years, and we are even to go by that logic, the extending of that logic will mean that then they should have as well filed knowledge prosecutor for every other case that was pending within that 8-year period that has not been heard. But interesting, they only elected to only file knowledge prosecutor, and even to some of them withdrawal to only the politically exposed class. So, it presupposes that people may read political meaning into it and may not be that very legit and genuine, that is as a result of delays and whatever. Indeed, if they were results of delay, why don't you then facilitate it for closure? So that we know that the about 450 million that was claimed to have been missing in Bank of Ghana, there will be a closure. The $50 million at Senate, the 271 million at Cocoa Board, and when you go to the housing people, that was around $200 million. At least they would have been closer to it. But back to the substantive issue. Let us accept in principle that an invitation to assess investigation does not necessarily imply guilt. So when you invite a person to come and assess with investigation, it doesn't make the person guilty. All you need to do is that if the person does not come, then you go through the court processes, get the person to be summoned here. He indicated in his recent letter that he's going to use Interpol to bring him back and other things. I, like my sister and Nana Sapon is saying, nobody is saying that you are unable to provoke all those necessary processes. But when it becomes so dramatic, people then question your motive. And if you are not very careful, you may be losing the substantive issue. Today, Ken Ofori-Atta is in court that he wants to clear his name, that he cannot declare him a fugitive. He is now asking the court to make a determination and declaration and an order for him to respond to you through his lawyers. So if the court makes such an order, will the OSP then treat such information as a valid information? I mean,
all right, thank you. Let me read a few messages and I'll come back to you. This one says, good morning, Joy Prime. In fact, NDC is a failed government in advance. Now there's doomsday everywhere, especially Bono region. Their promise on salary increment of 10% has been withdrawn. How can you fix it in a budget and withdraw? Ken Ofori-Atta should teach them the law because NDC is just a badge of political liars. They should do what is needful and stop chasing Ofori-Atta. Dampari, I salute you, sir. He's a humble officer who delivered his policy with God-fearing. After all, his boss who brought him is no more at office. So there's no cause of alarm if he's not at office. God bless NPP. God bless Ghana. Okay. So good morning, Roslyn. I am PhD Asari from Accra. Please let Ken Ofori-Atta know that Ghana as a country is not for the Achims alone. He should keep his mouth shut. He better come down and account for his monies he has stolen from our parents. He's still a wanted person and he cannot run away. Good morning. No Ghanaian should apologize to these criminals. Okay. Good morning, Madam Roslyn, and your guest. Madam, you look too much in your outfit. Thank you so much. You deserve a Queen Mother title. Hey, so what title are you going to give to me? Just send in the title. I'll like it, okay? I know, right? In fact, Madam, it's like we have given the former finance minister freedom. This is why he's still there misbehaving. By now, he should have been in prison begging for bail and sweating, but he's rather suing people. In fact, the OSP must be replaced. It's like they are playing as tricks. Madam, that is a problem we have in this country. If you try to invite the opposition to help you or leave them to continue in their position, they will turn around sabotaging your government. The job should be given to Martin Pebu. Madam, let me use your good platform to appeal to His Excellency to turn his good eyes to our MP of Mion, Alhaji Misbah, who so that he can develop our constituency and also made our seat safe for NDC. Sumani Hamza. I think Alhaji has been here before, so Alhaji, your people say they want you to get a position so that you can develop their place. Good morning, beautiful. We missed you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome back. Thank you. I missed you too. Please tell Nana that the campaigns are over for Great Transformation Plan. Nana, they say this is over for you, so don't again. Ken Ofori-Atta is a joke. So he's suing for damages, but doesn't want to come and answer for damages. Masaraman, Tuna Sola, Tuna Kalba. Good morning. It's so sad listening to the so-called movement for change man in your studio this morning. Nana, this one is for you. If we need answers to the allegations leveled against Mr. Ofori-Atta, what are we supposed to do? Please, has Ofori-Atta been charged with any crime in any competent court of jurisdiction? We are too quick to accuse people for no reason, except to hang the dog and give it the bad name. Let's not be noisy neighbors and be citizens. Amino in Sawom. Good morning. Okay, good morning to you too. Good morning. Forget about these NPP people and whatever they say in support of their members that have been accused of looting the state. They themselves know that there are even more apart from Ken, Cecilia Dapa, and NSA boss. These are wicked and selfish people we need not to live with. Almost every person in the party went away with something that belongs to all Ghanaians. Nobody should speak in support of them, especially that family of Akufo-Addo. We live with them and we know the wealth these people amass for themselves within the short period they have been in power. This from Jake Asaman Kese. Ofori-Atta was already declared wanted when over 80 MPs of his party demanded his removal. This is disrespectful to Ghanaians. That you're watching from Ejumako Asasan. Good morning, Lady Roslyn. You are looking so gorgeous and traditional this morning. Thank you so much. Is the financial minister now free and fit to sue the special prosecutor? Is someone going to do it on his behalf or himself? I pray Mahama hint on the airline initiative becomes successful. Let's build a the nation together. We are hoping that it will become successful too, because this is all we want. Good morning, Madam Host. Credit to President Nana Addo for his initiative where Ghana, East Ghana, etc. And this current president, JM, cannot do anything good for we, the youth, and now he started appointing people who are due for their pension. Johnny Bites, is he still in Ghana? We want all retirees go now. But Mr. Richard Jakpa, part of NIB, has also found in Kain's house the doomsday is killing at Spa and the cost of kinky is still high. Okay. Ofori-Atta should not be allowed to sleep in his house taking tea. The state should stop pampering him and get him arrested. Owusu from Kumasi. So at this point, are we saying that the best thing is to have this man arrested, or we should see his lawyers respond to these claims? Which would be the best?
First of all,
yeah,
if it is indeed established that he is not well, the lawyers have something they call prima facie on the surface of the matter. OSP, if indeed wants to pursue this case, if indeed he wants to pursue this case, he will take responses through his lawyers, because even when he comes in person, per the lawyers, the constitution used to bully us around, he has the right to a lawyer. And he can choose not to respond to your questions without his lawyer. One, he can choose not to respond to your questions until you have gotten a court order.
Compelling
him to respond.
And even that way you can't force.
You understand me? And even at that, you cannot force him to speak.
And
so,
the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Kisie Japing, actually does know this.
Oh, yeah, he's a
lawyer. So then people now want to believe that he's playing the game.
That is why I'm saying that. If he's not playing the game, and if he's not playing the game with the persons involved.
Oh, is that so?
If he's not playing the game, and he's not playing the game with the persons involved, then he should come clean. Because even me, who have not been to a law school, after reading criminal proceedings, can understand the fact that ABCD is the way to go. Not somebody who has been in the practice for so many years. You get it? Now, what we are saying is very simple. You see this Office of the Special Prosecutor, we have stated it. The gentleman who said that we shouldn't use great transformational plan. It is like a Bible, King James Version. We have said that we have so many agencies, state agencies, that seek to do the same thing in terms of fighting corruption.
Yeah, duplication.
If we want to go, and we indeed want to fight corruption, we have to synchronize all of these agencies. Give them one mandate. Give them KPIs and TURs, terms of references and key performing indicators. You understand me? Then we synchronize them into an anti-corruption czar, so that we will not be here today. Because yesterday we were here. Which one was the yesterday? If you remember, there was a case involving some monies that Iyoko came and said that their docket was empty. CID came and said that when it was given to them, nothing was in it. OSP said that he did a report, but there is nothing to write home about. One docket. A docket is a file, so one file. It moved from OSP's office to Iyoko,
conflicting accounts,
to CID, conflicting accounts. Why? Because one kasa creative.
Well, talking about that, I will, in this instance, will you then say that you call on the president to change Kisie Japing?
Not really. If that office can be scrapped off, for me, I'll be comfortable.
You think that office should be scrapped off?
For me, I don't know why Nana Addo created that office. Maybe my brother here, he's from there, so he can explain.
I like
That office was created just for witch hunting of the...
He's not the spokesperson of Nana Addo. I think it's Eugene,
He's a spokesperson for one of the... But he's still...
for the Ministry of Education. Anyway, I'll respond, don't worry.
Do you understand? That office should just go. Because we have Iyoko, even them cry, we know they sit up. We have other institutions doing the same thing, and they're also not giving us anything proper. What we will need is to make sure that those institutions that are in charge of this corruption, whatever, should be empowered to make sure that they are doing the right thing. And those people there, They shouldn't disappoint. They keep disappointing Ghanaians.
You think the office of the special... Let me sit down because,
No, because honestly,
it's getting more interesting.
I don't think he's Jabin.
Yes.
He's interested in this case.
Do you think the office of the special prosecutor is actually preventing the other officers from doing what they have to do?
I won't say that, but the thing is, it's as if he's the one who is always now running after cases. But he's not come out with even one CD from all those cases for the nation. Meanwhile, even the car you are sitting in is not a small thing. It's not a small money. Antique car. Do you understand? And this is not someone who has even given us a PESWA as an office to the nation. So what is that office sitting there for? Because from the first person that came there also was another Wahala. Then this one. So I think that office, I don't know if the president will listen, or maybe we are now in power. He's thinking of what to do. But honestly, Kisei Jabin is not interested in this case.
But the office of the
will
special
just
prosecutor is
mess
not to
up.
make
He's
money
messed up
for the
already.
country. Are they to make money for the country?
Let's collect our money for us.
Okay,
you go chasing this ghost, whatever. You don't bring anything. Meanwhile, you are sitting there comfortably in an AC, in a car bulletproof. I don't know who is after his life. You know, for me, some of these things doesn't make sense. And then you want us to be paying you big, but you go chase everything and look at the mess you have started creating. You want to go after somebody. As an astute lawyer, seasoned one, that you were, lots of the seasoned lawyers came through you. And if this is the mess you have started creating on one small issue, though big, then for me, I believe that he's in bed with the people who are involved, and he's not interested in this case. He just wants to do things, like I said from the beginning, he's creating an avenue for them to just run away from this case. And they'll come out clean, and they'll tell us, but we told you, nothing happened. The man has not touched anything. He didn't do anything wrong in power. But this case, Attorney General should take interest in the case himself. He should take it from the office of the special prosecutor from Ejabin and handle this case himself.
Okay.
If the man decides, I believe that his lawyer should be able to answer the questions.
All right.
So that if he decides to come back himself, fine. But if not, he can still be prosecuted without his presence.
In absentia.
In absentia, people are, it happens.
It happens.
So he will be the first. Yes. So Kisei Jabin should stay off this case because honestly, he's messed up this case already. It's dead on arrival.
It's dead on arrival. So at this point, Kwesi, you know the law better. Can the Attorney General still go ahead and take over this case?
Oh, yes, essentially. Because if you read Article 88 of our Constitution, all prosecutorial powers lies in the office of Attorney General. And even if, let's even admit that OSP has been able to establish some guilt against Mr. Ofori-Atta and even goes to court. Tomorrow, the Attorney General can decide that, well, I'm not interested in even pursuing the matter again. Don't proceed.
Okay.
So the Attorney General is that powerful. It is even the more reason why people like me, and of course I say this at the personal level, that I do not even believe in the office of the Special Prosecutor as a crazy. Because I also agree that it's a matter of duplication. We have Yoko, we have FIC, we have...
There are a lot of them.
I mean, a lot of them.
There are more than 6.
Especially when Article 88 is very clear. It gives all prosecutorial powers initiation of civil suit against on behalf of the state to the Attorney General. So what is the basis for OSP also coming in? I mean, even beyond that, if I'm a businessman, it doesn't make even business sense that every year we'll be making allocations of millions of cedis to you
to go and recover, and you recover nothing.
And you recover nothing. It doesn't make business sense. If I'm a businessman and Ghana is to be treated as a business commodity or a business entity, I'm not sure the continuous existence of the office of the Special Prosecutor is profitable to anybody.
So you also agree that it should be scrapped?
Yes, it should be. You see, maybe I may not necessarily call for a scrapping entirely. Probably harmonize into other
with the other
corruption-related bodies.
Big one.
Maybe that will be more profound or more important. See, if you read I'm just looking at the 18 February letter that came from the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Within that same letter, he indicated and announced that Mr. Ofori-Atta is no longer on the fugitive list.
Yes.
And the man, if you read his suit, he's saying that even though you have indicated through your letter, when you go on your website, I'm still declared that. Yeah. So just go and remove this from there, and this is your response. So you see the contradiction. At the end of the day, it's gradually deviating us from the real substantial issues. I mean, I'll be the first person to call for Mr. Ofori-Atta to come and respond if indeed some prima facie case is established against him. Because at the end of the day, even if the money is 1 cedi, it can solve problems in Ghana.
All right. So let me read three more messages, and then I will on to my next topic, because I have my viewers have sent in a few messages, so I'll just do about 3 more, and then we move on. So this one says that armed men. Please lower your voices for me a little bit. Thank you so much. Armed men were sent to John Jinapo and Dominic Aine's houses in 2017. Roxanne's house was demolished, but Ofori-Atta sees the need to sue because he was declared wanted. Or Ofori-Atta is more Ghanaian than anyone else. Please, we have more pressing matters like the budget, which affects all Ghanaians to deal with. Let's focus on that. This farmer from Takrady. Good morning to you. Good morning to you and your panel members. Listening to 2025 budget read by the Finance Minister Ofori-Atta sounds so good for our ears. Unfortunately, the reality is different. If you read the budget report in detail, then you will wonder whether you are progressing or retrogressing. Unfortunately, this is not a topic for this morning, my boss. Hassan Cisse from Zenu Central says, good morning to everyone and welcome back, Madam Roslyn. Thank you so much. The brouhaha about the former IGP Dan Parry, whether to go or not to go, to me is a needless conversation because the man himself knows very well that he can be fired, says someone else was fired for him to be replaced. As for Ken Ofori-Atta, he can decide to sue whether whoever he feels or she has evaluated his rights. But what he should know is that he has caused and sent people early to their graves by taking their hard-earned capital through his inhumane haircut, by taking pensioners and bondholders' funds through his reckless management and borrowing. He shouldn't annoy us anymore. Okay. Wow, I have a lot of messages. I hope I get all of them. Okay. Good morning to you, especially the NDC rep for former finance minister should give us a break. They are only running away from accountability. He should know. He should come and answer questions. We are tired of law. We need our funds for development. Let's be serious in this country. We should not change the subject matter. This is Big JT. Okay, Big JT. I was struggling to read most of your messages. Good morning, madam. I think your panel member is misleading the public. If the OSP wants to charge someone with a crime, this cannot be done through lawyers. Having a lawyer present during questioning is to ensure that your rights are respected through the process. If you choose not to answer questions, it is allowed, but you have to be charged in person. Okay. Good morning to you. One crucial step in creating an effective tax policies is simplification of tax code. Don't worry. Remember, this is a topic for another day. Good morning, please. NDC, no. Good morning. It's the NDC that seems to not be serious. That is why Ken Ofori-Atta has the courage to do what he's doing. The very moment Mahama Ayariga apologized, I know this will come. NDC, your gentility and father for all to this NPP officials is too much. Benson from Accra. All right, so I'll do just this last one and then we'll do this one. Roslyn, is Ofori-Atta special than Chachu Chikata, Dr. Kwesi Botwe, Sepa Yankee, Victor Salome, and the rest? He should come and answer to Ghanaians and stop their antics from Mowat inside Asatore. I think somebody says, Kwesi Kwatin, this one is for you, so I'll have to read it and then I sit down. Good morning, madam. I'm surprised at Kwesi Kwating. Is he defending criminality? Did he chop the money? Some no. Kwesi Kwating never defended criminality. Please, if you are listening, listen very well, because he's the same person saying that he does not condone to anybody doing any wrongful thing, and the law must deal with anybody who is in the wrong. However, the Office of the Special Prosecutor must also handle it right so that we don't have it being dragged. So Kwesi Kwating did not condone to any criminality. Please and please again, let's get our facts right. Thank you so much. All right, so now let's take a look at the IGP. We have a new IGP. Yes, COP Christian Yohonu is our new IGP. I remember how everybody was hailing Dampare at a point in time. He was like the Messiah in Ghana, and all of a sudden, the new IGP coming into being, we are seeing a different level of hailing. But to some Ghanaians, of course, one person that changed the face of the police force is the former IGP, and that is Akufo Dampare. Now, today, he's out of office. Some people actually did say that he should have left before there was him having to leave by the president and bringing in another person. Do you agree with this? Should he have left? Or he did the honorable thing by staying till the president told him to leave? What do you think, Nana?
Dampare. I was surprised with your introduction that how many people were excited when he was appointed?
When he was appointed?
Yes.
No, when he was working, people were excited.
Working?
Yes.
I beg to differ.
When he was working, you beg to differ? Okay.
See, Dampare is a good man. I appreciate his sense of humor and the style he wanted to use, of course. He did what I call organizational politicking. And he managed to do his internal politics well, to approach issues from the populist stand and to try to gain that attraction. Of course, on a couple of occasions, I have called him the celebrity IGP. You understand? He was the only IGP who moved with a whole police management team and social media handlers. And it gave the office of the IGP a new look. You understand? That the police was friendly and all that. But anytime you had spoken to police officers in confidence, it was a different story altogether. Anytime you had spoken to individuals who have engaged the police, it tended to be a different ballgame. I was not surprised when there was so much jubilation at the various police stations across the country. Across the country. I had an encounter with the so-called Dampare boys before.
Yeah, the Dampare boys.
And I had to control myself because probably I would have been behind bars today. For no wrong done.
I experienced it too.
For no wrong done.
Oh, yes, I did.
Who are the Dampare boys?
Oh,
They had these
the motorbikes.
small boys on motorbikes.
Very disrespectful boys.
Very disrespectful to everybody.
Isn't it the visibility guys, those guys?
They call them the visibility boys,
Yeah.
but
If you
amongst
call
them...
the police force, they'll tell you these are the Dampare
These are
boys.
the
The PID. They call it Police Intelligence Department, that he set up a para department.
No, they were all over.
They were all over.
Riding motors,
disrespectful
driving
boys.
cars, very disrespectful.
Everywhere.
See, let me tell you what happened. So, I was driving. I'm very careful when I'm driving because the last thing I want to do is for a policeman to stop me. It would waste your time, 30 minutes to an hour. Especially when you have to drive back to the station.
Yeah.
Then I had a call. Unfortunately, I didn't have my earpiece. So I just zoomed off the side of the road. Then I parked to receive my call. This bike approached me and said that I did not park well. Then I looked. It's a bus stop. And where I have parked, if you go to drive the trotro people away, all right, you won't tell me I've not parked well. So I said, Masa, look behind me. You have trotro people all over. You were standing there. You didn't move them, but rather me who is on the court and so respectfully have parked. You rather want to come and move me.
You should have begged.
Me.
Sorry.
For what? So I asked him, do the needful. Move those behind me away to make space on the bus stop, and so that I can temporarily park my car, because I'm in the car, I can stop, receive the call, and move away. As simple as that. It's just 30 seconds. I said, okay, no problem. Let's go to the station. We got to the station.
Wow.
I wrote my statement, he wrote his statement.
Oh, you went far?
Oh, yes. We have to yes.
wrap
you know what?
in a minute so that I can move to
the district commander, when he saw me and saw the gentleman, all he said was, hey, Nana, we are just a court.
Yeah, that's what I told you. Yeah.
So they are so... Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, when you see your superior as a person in uniform, what do? You pay compliments.
Sure.
Huh?
Yeah, sure.
You salute.
Oh, my goodness. It was like a movie.
Yeah. When feeling that?
Do you didn't hear? And so I asked him, I said, have you seen your superiors?
I mean, I also got...
So that was what actually pissed me off.
Wow.
At least pay compliments. I said, no, when he left, I said, I was they don't respect. And everybody kept complaining. Every single soul in the police service kept complaining. And the last thing you can ever do to a policeman, all right, is to play around with their promotional structures.
Yeah.
And all the police officers kept complaining about their promotional structures. If you would want to make an impact or change a particular structure that is established already in your policies, because they have their human HR policies that they use. If you want to change any other thing in it, you go straight. I do not think the Police Act and whatsoever puts the promotional structures of a police officer in the hands of the IGP.
Never.
There is a procedure. But call police officers today and discuss with them in confidence, and they will tell you how much they have suffered under. So, you see, that is what is causing the whole jubilation. But the point is that, has the president the right to change the IGP? Per the Constitution, yes.
Well, it's not expressed, but
no, it is
implied.
Implied,
yeah.
Of course. If you look at the articles that deals with the appointments of constitutionally independent bodies and heads of security services, it puts it in the hands of the Article 202 and I think
202, yeah.
202. You know,
Nana, please land in a minute.
At the end of the day, it is the president. But what we should be fighting for as people is that we are tired of the everyday use of that power for the appointment of heads of state institutions, security services, and independent constitutional bodies. Are we able to review that article, all right, and then reduce the powers and the influence of the president in the appointments of these heads, so that we can get the best out of them, so that it does not happen so that they would come and only serve the purposes of their appointers, right? Because where we are today, whether we like it or not, all of these heads of state institutions and other things, because they are scared that their letters of the dismissal can be issued on a green letter in 30 seconds. They are forced to align.
Yeah.
That is what we should be taking a look at. But I think he's done well. He's done his best. He made us know that indeed the police is our friend. And of course, the media, you have your own way. He never addressed the media. He was always issuing press statements.
Anyway,
so you never had the opportunity to ask him questions.
So let me come to your take
we wish him all the best.
For me, I think, like my brother said, he's done his bits. And when I saw videos of people jubilating,
I was
I'm
surprised.
wow.
Yeah.
And you
see,
when you look at the elections, we won in most of the barracks, even the military and all that. And one thing they will keep saying, I remember when we were going on, I was part of the Greater Accra communication unit that we visited the 34 constituencies. Well, we got to Bunkataman, so we met some police. I think we made a small mistake. But I said, I'm going to NDC for. Yeah, percent than Parico. Oh, yes. They were voting for the NDC because they just want the man out.
Wow.
And
that's true.
Most of them voted for the NDC just because they want this man out. And for me, I told him that he even has enjoyed a lot of holidays because when we lost in 2017, what is the name? The IGP by...
was it Mohamed Al-Hassan?
No.
Al-Hassan had left then.
I forgot it.
The one who led the demonstration.
Oh, the Kudalo.
Kudalo.
Yeah.
He didn't even spend 2 weeks in office when he was booted out. So he has even enjoyed till the 3rd month, at least when the holidays. The president even gave you an assignment to investigate the election. This you didn't do. And you are still sitting and look at, after the election, look at all the things that went on. As if we didn't have police service in this country.
But he favored you.
What? He favored who? We are talking about the nation. Nothing favored anybody because people were doing things in the name of the NDC boys. I remember my constituency. We were called. We had to rush, and it was not our people who were doing that. People also took advantage of it. And some people felt that if I didn't like this person, it's just like when there's a military cop. Everybody wants to do things, and at the end of it, it's the leader that is being blamed for it. So a lot of things happened that it wasn't us. After election, you just went and sat down, crossed your leg, and you were drinking tea in your office, and you want to stay. What did you do? Just go and investigate what led to the death of people 2020 and 2024. And you didn't even want to respect the appointing authority, maybe because he didn't appoint you. And if your own people didn't want you, you brought in a whole lot of people. Me, I didn't have any experience with them, so I didn't know. I knew they had Dampari boys, and I hear they were powerful. I didn't know they were that powerful.
They were that
Very powerful.
So for me, what happened was, after the whole issue, I kept on telling them that I wasn't wrong. So I kept saying, I'm sorry, because I had a meeting.
And they hate to hear those things.
Yes, they hate to hear it. And one young boy, and I kept his name in my head. He's a fool. A very young boy. He was like 21 years. Started talking to me, throwing his hands and everything. I was like, wow.
They don't care who you are.
We went to the police station, and the commander there told me that, Madam, if it's these boys, there's nothing I can do.
Can you imagine?
Guess what? It took Dampari to let them release me. It took Dampari, a call from Dampari.
He's done too much holidays, so for me, it's good. And one useless thing he did was that police TV. It's sitting there. You don't see anything. There's no information coming from that TV. Nothing. No. The last time I was like...
Is it useless, though? Maybe some people benefited.
From what?
You set up such a TV to address the people of the nation.
Yes, at least.
I mean, you see... You don't
Nana, please let me let you make your point.
You set up a television station. So I was at a point I posted on my Facebook, why would this man even show investigative movies? Let us learn, or some instructions when you are faced with attacks on the streets, at home and all that. At least something. You brought a whole TV station, and it was, you go there, the best you can get is their band playing. And that's how I tuned it. So when I'm like, can I just one day not see this TV on my screens? What is all this? He's done what he can do, because honestly, that's Dampari boys he built. I don't know what was the rationale behind, the brain behind it. Whether he wanted to use it to be strong and powerful. Forgetting that, one day, you leave that seat too. Whatever, even people we appoint or vote for, don't they leave? And he should just go. People didn't even get this free this. And congratulations to the new IGP, COP. We pray that he will also not disappoint us. And you see, the president wants the country to work again. We're on a reset agenda. And we pray that he will fit into the reset, because he was a deputy IGP. So he's gone through the mill. From what I have heard and read, he started from recruits, and he's done so well. And he's risen to that point where he's gotten now. We wish him all the best, but he shouldn't disappoint us.
Okay.
All those Dampari boys, he shouldn't go after them, though. He should try and fix them, but he should make sure that his eyes are on them.
Okay.
There shouldn't be a threat to him. Because those people, they can really be stubborn and they will want to, because all that they've been enjoying has been taken away from them. And if they can't stay, they should follow their boss or whoever appointed them, whoever brought them, made them that powerful. Because now, they should just make sure that their wings, they will not just come, they should just cut it.
They should cut their
so
wings,
that they don't even get wings to even jump.
All right.
Don't think of flying.
Kwesi.
Honestly, this experience I had this morning, I'm just pissed off. I learned they were powerful.
I experienced it too, so...
Well, I don't have a problem with the work they were doing, but the manner in which they were doing it.
In my case, I've not encountered such confrontation by any police officer. I am one person who is always biased towards state institutions and people that have served in public offices. I am of the view that, serving in public office, you may have your own ups and downs, but collectively, we must also look at your impact whilst you are in office. But I recall, last Friday I was slated on Asempa by my party when I was going. The gentleman who slated me said, so it puts me in a very difficult situation that MPP people were drowned, NDC people to drown. So it's a quite uncomfortable one. But you see, I was particularly worried the jubilation, the public display of the jubilation at various police headquarters and various police offices. Administratively, if you have an issue with your boss, I don't think when he's removed, you do not have cause to jubilate. But you see, the police is more or less like a sacred institution. When you display such form of jubilation, remember that Dampare may also have his own people that also like him. His loyalists. And like we always say, Emrening Castle, you never know also when any of his people also have the opportunity to come back to power, how they may see it. And I don't think the police as an institution should be reduced to, we know that the police do politics, but such manifestation and public display of jubilation when things turn or doesn't go into A person or B person favor, I am of the view that it was worrying. But bottom line is that he did his part. If you look at the changing the image of the police, I think he introduced some form of different culture with public policing. Initially, we saw the police aggressive and intimidative institution. That only means they say, "Massa, get down, hey, my friend." But at least he realigned their image and also the police visibility. I'm hearing for the first time that they were also intimidating people.
But at least they're small boys.
But at least
they are not young; they're small boys.
They assured some sense of security, brought calmness, and made people also feel quite safe. But you see,
that was the older ones.
Well,
when you encounter both, you know the difference.
Tell the difference.
The older ones are very nice. Even when you are in the wrong, they'll tell you what you did is wrong. Don't do it again. But not these boys.
Even when they arrest you, it's with respect.
Very well.
You see, and I like the way.
But in London, I wanted to land.
Because if they are men, they won't do what they're doing.
I wanted to land. You see, I wanted to land. Whatever has happened was inevitable, looking at the political realities that we have in this country. But I agree with Nana that I am looking forward to a day where the police will really be purged of any political influence, so that they will have their true independence. Are we suggesting that the police, through their ranks and their structures, cannot even appoint an IGP for themselves? Let's get to that stage, so that I know that whether I'm Dampare or Yohenu, my job does not depend on
a political
party that comes into power, and my fate does not depend on the next election. So that the police will really and truly be independent. But it's
that's
happening.
where the politics too will be going on, because everybody.
Anyway, let me read a few messages. Let me read a few messages. I'm coming, please. Taluta Bangha Mahama says Ken is able to boldly sue because he knows the judges are in his pocket. He is very sure, no matter how illogical his case is, he will get a favorable judgment. Charles Ewusi Forson says, why are we crucifying Ken even before the court hears his case? Davies. Emmanuel Yembere says, good morning to Elikem Kotuko. Okay. Sami Boache, I think Sami Boache sent a message on, oh no, he hasn't yet. Okay. Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta's decision to sue the office of the Special Prosecutor is a rightful assertion of his constitutional rights as a citizen of Ghana. The declaration of an individual as a fugitive while their lawyers are in contact with the OSP is unwarranted. The OSP's conduct indicates an abuse of power and disregard for the law, and it is crucial to recognize that all individuals are subject to the laws of Ghana. The practice of damaging someone's reputation through unsubstantiated claims must be stopped. This culture of intimidation and harassment must cease. Regards to Honorable Protozoa. Okay, and Aaron Bebako Kokomisa says, good morning to you. One crucial step in creating effective tax, I think that this one I did mention that unfortunately, because it's not our topic for discussion this morning, I won't really touch on it. All right, so I go on WhatsApp and I read a few more WhatsApp messages here. Good morning. I'm a Ghanaian, not an NDC or NPP. Let's stay and praise our own so it can motivate others to even do more. Dampari has really done well, per my view. Look at the headquarters, the TV station, and the madam. Pardon me, I don't know her name. Her name is Awo. Saying that the TV is useless wasn't the best word because of, for me and my family, it's been useful because my 5-year-old daughter enjoys the school tours and the education given to the students, and they teach us on fires, frauds, and security. A lot to say, but let's end it here. I side with Kwesi, the lawyer. He said right without politics. I wish Dampari the best and the new one. Okay, so it looks like the useless word that you use.
Pardon me, but there is not any adjective I can use to describe that.
So it's for you. For you, to you, it was.
What is that TV producing? What is it giving us?
So to you, it was. It's that's
just
what it is.
wasting space. I wish they can give it to someone else.
Okay. So there are people who are out there who have benefited from it.
From that
so
thing?
like, yes, somebody sent a message.
What did he say?
She said her daughter has been learning, you know, the fire things and all those things. So there are people who have benefited.
I probably doesn't even watch.
What wasn't benefited? To Awo is
They will
useless.
just bring
A lot of that.
you see children and they are asking their children, what do you want to tell your friends?
There is a particular
All right,
TV
good
station,
morning. The NDC and semi-NDC panels are not fair to Dampari because the police TV is very educative channel. Madam Host, you are telling us that prior to Dampari, policemen didn't harass people. I didn't say that. What I said was that my experience with these young ones, and it didn't happen to just me, okay? It even happened to my mother. So sometimes when I'm talking about these things, I know individuals that it happened to. So it's not just my view. It's not just my view. Okay, so let's move on. Good morning, madam. Please tell President Mahama to stop everything to fix the doomsday from Kingdom Baba. Akonsi Gariba from Tamalesa said that, good morning, Rosalind. Forgetfulness has made the NDC analyze to think that the NDC administration will be able to jail a single person in the past government. How many people did the NDC past government jail in NPP past administration? It's unfortunate the NDC lawyers and people like Nana Yao are media lawyers and they are prosecuting people in the media circles. Else, how can you prosecute a man before taking him to court? It's sad Ghana is in the wrong hands and we shall regret for voting with our emotions. My regards to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Okay, so I think that'll be all for now. And I want to say a very big thank you to all of you that sent in your messages to us. We are very grateful and that you sent in your messages to us. We are grateful. A big thank you to everybody that watched the show this morning, especially this segment. We want to say a very big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise. I'm coming, I beg you. Let me finish with this. A big thank you to Franco because the other segments I have to come into quick. A big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise for sending for having our back. To everyone that watched, if you want to purchase any gadgets, I urge you to go to Franco Trading Enterprise for the gadgets, whether it's mobile phones, televisions, CCTV cameras. Just make sure that you go to Franco Trading Enterprise Enterprise for all of that. You can actually download the app on your phone, which is Franco Trading app, or visit our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa Pair Fee. So with regards to all our conversations, those of you who sent in your messages, we are very, very grateful. Nana Yaosapon, thank you so much for coming this morning and joining us.
First time, 2 women at the top of security affairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Patience Bafuboni and Daniela Sapon. Patience for prison services, and then Daniela for fire.
Right.
I think this is...
We take a cue, so we all join.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, a big thank you to Awoke Kelly also for joining us and representing the NDC. And a big thank you to Kwesi Kwarteng for representing the NPP this morning. We are very grateful that you made
what are you representing?
And I'm representing Joy Prime this morning. Well, I spoke about, my experience with regards to these so-called boys. I don't know if you also experienced it, but let's not also say that out of these things, Dampari didn't do anything good. He was fantastic. He was amazing. An amazing, IGP. Let's look at the headquarters. Let's look at certain things that he did for Ghana. He did a lot. But unfortunately, these boys, some of us didn't experience the right way with these boys. It's a fact. And I wish that it will not be happening again. Unfortunately, this man did his best, but some people decided to tarnish his image with their act, which is very, very sad and unfortunate. So I hope that nobody gets to experience it. Imagine my mother can't really walk well. 11 p.m. They stop him and they say, don't let her go until a lawyer came. 11 p.m. Yeah. Right. Anyway, so this is all time will permit us. But like I said, it's not everybody that might have experienced it. Some have. But anyway, this all time will permit us. Up next is What's Trending with Shola Adeyemi. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.
Newsflash was brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fee.
And we are still here on Prime Morning on Joy Prime. My name is Lois Shola Adeyemi. Let me use this opportunity to say, where's Zonami? Yeah. You are welcome to your favorite segments and my favorite segments. Every day I tell you, when the weekend goes and I come back and I stand on the screen, I have to just you on what happened in the weekend. You know, I'm a Coco and Sasso, obviously, I'm your loyal just girl. It is my, duty and responsibility to make sure that you at home hear all the just happening, right? But before that, you can see behind me that every time I start, I have to tell you, Tasty Tom, what Tasty Tom does to me. Hey! So just yesterday, I tried a new, recipe. I wanted to do like shrimp stew. And I was thinking about it. I had enough shrimps, but when I tasted it, the shrimp wasn't inside too much. So you know what? I was sitting there and I said, hey, I have shrimp. And my mom asked me, where's the shrimp? I said, hey, have you seen my Tasty Tom shrimp? Oh, it tastes so good. So my mom put it in the stew and it was good, okay? I've told you, it is organically made. You at home can get it at any of the local stores. All you have to do is just go there and ask, please, I want the new spices. They'll give you. They have the shrimp, they have the jollof, they have the chicken, they have the beef. Which one do you want? Go and get it. It's affordable. Put it in your meals and come and thank me later, okay? Mama Tasty Tom, I have told you, every time we've told you we are your trusted choice. So come, get us and put that in your meal, and then you would understand. You try it and come and ask me, okay? All right, let's move away from that to our trends now. We're not starting on a very nice note because just, a few days ago, fire, or a school caught fire. Which school am I talking about? Laboni Senior High. A dormitory, a girls' dormitory caught fire, and it was serious. It was terrible. As to what caused the fire, up to now, we do not know, but we know that a lot of the students lost their valuables. You can see from behind me already that it wasn't looking good at all. Once again, as to what caused the fire, we do not know, but this is very serious. We are just thankful that up to now, we've not heard that any of the students were in the dormitories at all. So take a look at the video and then we can talk and see what social media is saying. So once again, as to what caused the fire outbreak, we do not know. But all I know is that at least none of the students have been reported dead. Nobody's injured. That was good. But you can see that the students have lost their beds. They have lost their valuables in there. So their school uniforms, probably their books, all these were burnt. And you can see this is it's serious. This is a very serious thing, right? So social media did see this, and we'll take a few of the comments. Ohene says that the Ghana National Fire Service is not effective and efficient because of polluted water. Galamsey, which is the main cause of water pollution, continues unbattered, even though there are 1,000,001 experts in Ghana who can stop the menace. Presto, and this is Shalom. Ohene is the one saying that. Kweku says that it be the phones and illegal ways of charging it to make them just illegalize it, or make them just legalize it and create proper electric sockets for the students. That's true. I know that a number of students also take their gadgets to school and charge them in schools. Alexander says that by now some wrong connection them do to charge their phone, and it has landed in this. Well, as I said, we do not really know what caused the fire outbreak. All we know is that this is what happened. I know they are doing investigations to see if probably some of the students were charging their phones. I've been a student before, so I know that gimmick students can play. When you're asked not to bring a heater, they take heaters, they take microwaves. Like, they take some very, very few things to school that you never know that they take, and then they charge them in the dorm. So hopefully it is none of these, and they're able to find out what happened. But at least thank God that all of them are okay, and we've not had any death, no injuries so far. Right, now let's move away from that. You know that there's new IGP in town. Yeah. Just last week, we heard that Kufu Dampare had been, or the IGP position had been taken from Kufu Dampare for Christian. So now we have a new IGP, and everybody is excited. Well, I told you that there are two people on the internet. Half of the people are happy, some people are not happy. Some people said, why do you take away Kufu Dampare? He was doing amazing. Others also said, oh, Christian is here to stay and he will do the work well. Well, just during his inauguration, you know, a lot of the police officers that were around, surrounding him, were extremely happy. And let me just say that their joy was overjoyed, and they looked overjoyed. And social media saw this. Take a look at the video.
No. Hey.
People were excited, but I didn't think they were this excited. Anyways, you can see that they're overjoyed. You can obviously see that they are overjoyed over there, right? And they're happy that we have a new IGP in town. Well, social media did see this. Of course, the netizens have told you, we the keyboard warriors, anything we see, we're gonna type. So Teta says that this is wrong and unacceptable for the police service to be engaging in acts like this. The new IGP should bring those involved. Someone says that the king, them take whip techi, is still waiting for bar. Most Della says that once he takes a firm stand and doesn't allow them to do their things, they would begin agitating for another. Ifwa says that why do all policemen have bad camera lenses? Because this is the third video with Vaseline camera. Ifwa, count down for them. King says that it seems he has been waiting for this moment. Well, obviously. Official Wisdom says that what a Netflix country. Amy says that, hey, I thought you people liked Dampare. That's what we all thought. Ashanti Babe says that the way he's walking, can he do the job? Hey, Ghana. Barik says that I be NDC sympathizer, but if you come and not perform, you go collect woto. Nana says that I swear this man go past 70 years. How could they give such a sensitive appointment to this old man? And then Richard says that this man can't even jump. Allow him. Let's just see. Allow him to show working small, and then we can determine if he can do the job or not. But all we know is that the police service, lots of them, let's just say 80% or 70% of them are extremely happy about the new appointment, right? And we just hope he comes to do the work well, and we wish him all the best. But hey, it's a CGMA season. Yes! The Telesol Ghana Music Awards 2025 is in. And all of us are excited because just this past weekend, they launched and made us know the nominees. So now we know the nominees, those in the different categories, and now you have to start doing your voting, because if you want your favorite to be in there, you got to do what? You got to vote. So I know that it was fun. Our own Roslyn Felly was repping. We even had Doreen Avio, Lexus Bill. They were all in attendance just to rep. And then also they brought us good news as well. So let's look at the nomination list, because as I said, we have the nominations. So this is Best New Artist. For Best New Artist, we have Lali and Lola, the twins. We have Aretha J, Rap Father, Team Eternity, Bistrap, and then Kwesi Amewuga. So if you want to vote for any of them for Best New Artists, these are the people in that category. Now let's look at Artist of the Year. Now every year we look up to this list. Everybody's always waiting for this list. And this year we have a blend of gospel and then the, Afrobeats in there. So we have Kweku Smoke, we have Team Eternity, we have Joe Metal, we have Kim Paluta, we have Kim Promise. Stonebwoy is back again because last year he was in there. And then Black Sherif. Okay. So once again, if you have to vote for any of them. Now, Telesel most popular song, we have Asylum, Olive the Boy. We have Paris, Kim Promise, Lomo, Kiddy featuring Black Sherif. Very soon, Fameye, Pooh by Lastmid, Defe, Eternity Ghana, Asida by Kim Paluta, JJJ by Stonebwoy, and then January 9th by Black Sherif. Now we look at the songwriter of the year. We see AEC, Can I Live? Kofi Kinata's Samai, Ochiame Kwame, No Competition, Olive the Boys, Asylum, and then Team Eternity's Defe. This is the second one I've seen from Team Eternity. Well, so if you want to vote for the songwriter of the year, you can look through this list. Whoever you think deserves it, you can put them there. Is there more? Okay, I think so. This is what we have there. But I know that, as I said, the most anticipated list was the Artist of the Year, and you've seen those who are there. So it's time for you to start voting. Vote now. But then I'm just excited. TGMA really is one of the best music awards in Ghana, and we will be there. We'll be there to make you understand and know what's happened there. Also, if you want to go, you should start putting your things together. Your dresses, the glitz, the glop. It's going to be amazing. But hey, one person who is excited about his nomination is IEC. Now, you know that he's been in here for a very long time. See, when it comes to music, he's been there for a long time. He rebranded, and now he's IEC. And after 13 years, this man has 3 nominations, and he is excited. He is ecstatic. In fact, take a look at the video. You would understand what I'm saying. Take a look at the video.
Yeah. From 2013, there's been Anger Management, which won the ISRC Songwriters Competition. It actually put Africa on the map, right? After 2013, fast forward, recording, and we got Grind with Vision DJ.
No nomination.
Grind got Record of the Year that year.
Okay.
Got nominated Record of the Year that year. The thank God. After that, no nomination, which was the recent one? Free music. Which one was that? Best EP.
Free music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best EP.
Okay.
I got that. Wow.
But TGMA, this is your first time?
TGMA, this is my first time. And the first time is 3 in a row.
And you've been in the system for 13 years?
13 years. And then some. Because we are not even counting the miscellaneous years.
Wow.
Yeah, 13 years.
How do you feel though?
Getting a nomination.
Yeah.
Being in it that long, because I'm not the kind of artist where I'm like actively going after awards or maybe hit songs. All the time I've got the hit songs or awards, it's spontaneous, right? But every time I get that, it's very encouraging too at the same time. I don't actually go in for it, but when I get it, it feels something nipa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very encouraging.
So you're very happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. You can tell. You didn't even ask me. I told you about the 3 nominations. Not 1, not 2, but 3.
I know, right?
God.
What is your time? Is your time?
God.
It's your time, man.
So the mayor,
Yeah.
I'm bringing a backpack.
I know, right?
3 of them in the backpack.
Straight up, straight up, straight up.
I'm happy.
And your performance, amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. I want to say the band was good, but I
Oh, your voice,
good too.
your voice, your voice. You got a voice.
Wait.
Hey, you see?
3. It's something.
Yeah.
It's something.
Yeah.
I tell artists not to go for awards, but when you get them, it's something.
We hope to see you on the main stage.
I mean,
On the main stage?
yeah. I'm
doing your thing.
I will still
We
help
want
you
to
for
see
the
you
main stage.
perform.
Yeah, I want to be there.
Yeah.
So if they put me on that stage, please
It's gonna happen.
put me on that stage.
Wherever the party day,
Step forever.
clean.
How many actually?
Hey, honey, I'm you see, so AI, well, AEC was formerly known as AI because, as I said, he rebranded and he's been in the music industry for over 13 years. And to finally be recognized, get 3 nominations and TGMA, I mean, if it was me, I'll be excited. You heard him speaking to Rosalyn Felly. I told you she was at the launch. Yeah. She was there. She was repping us live and she spoke to him and you can see the man is really excited. Well, we wish him all the best. If you're an AEC fan, this is the time to vote for the man because he's happy and it's just, let's just make him take it away, okay? Because you can see he's in the Songwriter of the Year nominee with his song Can I Live? He's also in there. So this is the time to really vote for him once again. Vote for him if you love his music because he's excited. And right now I'm even excited for him. But hey, today is the 13th. Oh, we have messages. See me about to cross over. We have some messages from this. K-Dot says that B-Strap might be popular, but Aretha J is definition of a classical jam boy. He's too good. Well, let's see. Mansa says that AEC music, I am praying for you, my brother. God's day. Kweku says that Kofi Kinata hands down. No song in this category is touching Kinata's Samine song. Not So Bad says that Ejekum by Kweku, Smoke should be here. Well, it wasn't in the nominations. That says that some people, the moment your favorite artist is not in a certain category, then the award scheme is biased. Ghana, before we go move forward, it go long, pow. No Nonsense says that why is Kiddy not here? And what is Stone Boy and Blacko doing there? Stone, cause of JJJ. And is that song bigger than Lomo Lomo or even Sika? You guys ain't serious a bit. Stomach Direction Award Scheme. Oh, you guys. There's more. The Godfather says that Aseda by Kim Paluta should grab this with ease. Ernest says Kim Paluta's Aseda was popular than all of them. It was sung everywhere, clubs, party, church, schools, every street. And then, yes, that's about it. So it's looking like it's looking. As I said, this is a time for you to be voting for your favorite artists. You've seen them, you know them, you've seen the list, you've seen the category list. Okay, this one says that from Prince Osei-Piki, it says Grateful by Kweku Darlington should have been nominated for the Poppin' by Paluta too should be here. Well, you've seen this already, so there's a list. Whatever has been done has been done. done. Just vote for those in the categories. If you have a favorite in there, support them, okay? So that you not come and say it was biased. You have to vote, vote. Anyways. So yes, vote for your favorite, and just remember that TGMA season is here. I can't wait for the performances. I think that's my highlights every day, from the fashion through to the performances on stage. That's all I look for, right? All right, so we're going to take our video of the day. You know how we have churches, and churches have branches, right? So we have ICGC, and we can have ICGC Christ Temple. We have, you know, those type of things. Yeah. But this Pentecost, Church of Pentecost branch, the name, it left a lot of people laughing because, I mean, it's a very funny name. Take a look at the video. When we come back, there's still more for you right here on Prime Morning. My name is Ofori-Atta. We do not go anywhere. Take a look at the video of the day.
Abusia, yani ya chinchini ya ne. Ya be pie kurobia, ya fere ho biem tetrete. Biem tetrete edinu mu eduru ye pa. Biem. Ye biem ke ko tetrete san ka ho. I hope say the imagine na no na won so wodwene die. But na ye obiem tetrete. Abusia, yani ya chinchini ya ne.
Thank you so much to Shola for bringing us what's trending, and also, most importantly, your birthdays. Happy birthday once again to Priscilla, an amazing person and a very big force behind all of our productions here. Let's now get down to the business of what happened during the weekend. The Liverpool fans were so disappointed at the weekend. And on the other hand, it was Newcastle celebrating the end of a 70-year domestic title drought. Immediately, you want to start calculating your age. So Shola just left the set. I want to calculate her age, calculate mine, and add it up and see if we could get 70. 70 years of a wait for a major title. That sure came as a very, very big sigh of relief for Liverpool, for, Newcastle, who stamped the authority with a 2-1 win over Liverpool. We're talking about that later on. We'll also tell you about what's been happening on the domestic scene. Sometime last week, you do remember that we told you about how Asante Kotoko and Accra Hearts Evoke are all looking very good to occupy the top spot and run along with it. Well, Asante Kotoko had a draw, but Accra Hearts Evoke, they crumbled one more time. And now it's begging the question of whether they can still hold on and go all the way to the top and win the Ghana Premier League title. Well, we've got all of those highlights for you. Let's begin with the Giants, Hearts Evoke, and Kotoko and how they did it at the weekend. After that, I'll show you how it's affected the Ghana Premier League title race. All right, so there it is. That's how it all wrapped up. Samartek, as the defending league champions, drawing with Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and also, Accra Hearts of Oak unable to hold their own against Dreams FC, losing at home. That sure is a very, very big pain. Well, let's get down to the business of what it's looking like. This is the top 5 of the Ghana Premier League table. Now, what do we see here? It's Asante Kotoko leading with they are 38 points after the weekend's round of matches. Also, Bibiani Gold Stars are there firmly with 37 points. Heart of Lions also there with their 37 points. So Accra Hearts of Oak now have 36 points. If they had won the game, they would have shot up and led, the Ghana Premier League table. So these are the dynamics at the top. Anybody, in fact, Nations FC, who are in 5th position as well, can jump all the way up and overtake Asante Kotoko. So it sure is going to be a very competitive stretch of the Ghana Premier League season, without a doubt. And we'll be keeping tabs on all of it, and we'll be updating you as we go along and seeing what will be going on in the Ghana Premier League. Also, the Black Stars are getting themselves ready for their double-header qualifiers, the first against Chad on Friday at the Accra Sports Stadium. Well, the Black Stars team are expected to have their first training session later today. And of course, some players have already touched base, the likes of Antoine Semenyo, the likes of Kudus Mohammed, all touching base here at home for these 2 very crucial games. Do remember that these games have a very big twist of destiny attached to them. Well, they will define whether or not the Black Stars can rehash their campaign and get back into, the consideration for possibly making it to the next FIFA World Cup. So there's a lot of conversation about that and how the Black Stars need at all costs to win these 2 games to ensure that the campaign is brought back to life. So we'll be updating you on all of our socials as we go along on, images of the players, getting themselves ready for training for the very, very important game on Friday. Of course, we'll also be sharing, ticketing information for you, especially for those who'd like to go and watch the game. At the Accra Sports Stadium as the Black Stars go up into battle one more time. Well, let's now get down to the business. Let's quickly run into England and what's been happening there. Manchester City, well, a story, like I said, is over for them. It was Newcastle who had to smile big time because they had to cut off what was a 70-year wait for a domestic title. Let's begin with Manchester City first, and then after that, we'll bring you how it all happened and how big disappointment came to the Liverpool fans. Well, this is why we bring you sport at this time of the day, because of the motivational messages that lie within the results you see. So you don't need to listen to anyone, just watch these highlights and you have enough motivation to reach for the top. And this is a lesson on perseverance and continuing to fight till the end. Liverpool showing us, Real Madrid, beg your pardon, showing us all of that in that game of 90 minutes. And of course, the man Kylian Mbappe, have you noticed that he just is gradually getting himself into that scoring groove? There was a lot of pressure on him when he landed at Los Blancos, and finally, he's just getting himself into the groove and scoring on important days and making very important moments as well. Talking about important moments and important things, well, the subject of AI is one that we've been discussing every other day because of how it's emerged in the tech space and how it generally is affecting all of our lives. Well, Lionel Lawson is the CEO of GTech Solutions. Now, he's going to walk us through what AI is doing for us within our workplaces and how serious we should take it, how acquainted we should be with artificial intelligence, also otherwise known as AI. And all of these other questions that we have will be asked by Shola this morning. So you stay with us. I know that you have a lot to, learn from all of this as well. And there is a lot in terms of questions that you want to ask. Well, stay with us here on the show as we bring you this conversation with the CEO of GTech Solutions right here on Prime Morning. Remember, you can just follow us on our socials. Remember, the Black Stars are ready for training later today, and we'll be bringing you some short videos and some images of the players as they get themselves ready for that very big task. Pray for the Black Stars. It's going to be interesting. Well, you stay well. Show continues, and Shola is ready with Lionel. You just stay right there. An interesting conversation on AI in our offices and how it affects us coming up right now.
And you are still watching Prime Morning right here on Joy Prime. My name is Lois Shola Adeyemi. Now, you heard Nathaniel say we're going to talk about AI. When it comes to artificial intelligence, people have a lot of misconception, but I think we live in an age and time where we are making good use of it. So let me give you one. A misconception is that, oh, very soon AI may take over and human beings may not be needed in the workplace. But you know what? We can milk it and actually make some good means out of it, right? And that is why I have with me Dr. Lionel Lawson, who is going to be discussing with me right here on how we can put AI into a modern workspace, right? He is the CEO and founder of the G-Tech Solutions Africa, and he's here with me. Hi, Dr. Lionel.
Hi.
How are we doing?
We're fine.
I mean, it's Ghana month. I was waiting for you to see in your Ghana regalia.
Of course, I wanted to, but I wanted to rep my company as well.
Right. Or you want me to shine on your behalf. Right. So let's get into AI.
Right.
So you heard me say that there's a lot of misconception when everybody talks about AI, or when most people talk about AI. In their heads, they're like, oh, very soon I may not get jobs to do because artificial intelligence is smart. It's working very smart. Right? And we may not get anything to do. These misconceptions, are they true? And if not, what are some of the things that we can do as human beings to take out that, impression?
So I wouldn't call it a misconception.
Right.
Because basically, if you're looking at 20 years from now, it could be possible.
Right.
So the thing is, if the generation is changing, you need to change also.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Right.
And this is the reason why we're going to workplaces and trying to inculcate AI into the system where workers would actually be connected to AI and they can use it to bring productivity in the workplace.
Right.
So we go around training company workers in AI tools. And when you have AI tools, actually, you will not be left behind.
Right.
So I wouldn't say misconception, but I know that in the near future, it could be possible.
Right.
But then when you're acquainted with it, it's quite easy for you to...
Do you believe, not that you believe, but I've heard people also say that it breeds complacency, because if AI is making your work easy, your workers wouldn't be working, right?
No, I beg to differ. The thing is, let me use ChatGPT as an example. People don't even know how to prompt ChatGPT. They just type in anything. But there's a way to prompt it. If you don't prompt it right, you're not getting the right results that you're supposed to get. Let's say you need to put some documents, a proposal together. But you need to do it very fast. You cannot, as a human being, do it as fast as an AI would do it for you. So then if you prompt it well, you can get everything and put it together, and then you can put in your changes and whatever you need to put in, and then put it together as quickly. It makes work actually faster, and it works well. So that's what we do. We are not only teaching AI in modern workplaces, we fused it with soft skills like emotional intelligence, because AI alone can do the work. So we have emotional intelligence, we have sales and negotiation, we have critical thinking, problem solving, and we have customer service, public speaking, and leadership. And we also planning to add digital marketing to it, so that we can make sure that fusing the AI with the soft skills, productivity will increase.
So how do you know when a company has to use a certain AI in there? How do we recognize?
So what we do is we evaluate. We actually go to the company. We've done with Ashfa Ghana. We successfully done. We certify them after the 3-day masterclass, and that's what we do. And actually, it's for free.
Wait, what? For free? We get to let AI for free?
Yes. We are running a promo, and it ends this month. So it's for free to the end of the month. But if you register as a company, before the end of the month, we will come and train you. Your work is for free.
Right. But if after the promo, a company wants to reach out to you, how do they do that?
Oh, yes. So you can just send us an email on info@gtechsolutionsafrica.com, or you can call us on our number 0277-777-117. And I think we would be able to get back to you and then give you a good deal.
Right, but let's get into the benefits, right? Because obviously the benefits of using AI. So run us through some of the benefits, and then we can get to what G-Tech can do for the companies as well. So let's get into benefits.
So it makes productivity increase at workplaces, in sales, in negotiation, customers, how your customers deal with stuff. We have DeepSeek. I know people are so much keyed in onto ChatGPT. There's another one called DeepSeek. I know people have really gotten deeper into that. We have the Canva, we have different applications that goes in every different department that helps productivity increase. So if you're a salesperson, there's an application that can help with sales.
Right.
Yes. With customer service, we have what to do. When it comes to financial, we have applications that deal with that. So all these things makes productivity increase at workplace. Because if you're left behind, trust me, just like you're saying, it will not be a misconception.
It will actually come true.
It will come true when you are not acquainted with AI, and it's pretty much important.
Right.
And this is the reason why we didn't just introduce AI into the workplace, but also if you have AI, you know the applications and you don't have emotional intelligence, how can you handle yourself? You understand? We're looking at training you well in customer service, making sure you have critical thinking and you know how to solve problems.
Right.
Then it's going to help make the AI work better, and then you benefit. Your bosses are going to benefit.
Right, of course they will. Of course they will. But let's look into G-Tech, right?
Yeah.
I know that aside AI, you have other tech stuff that you do. So run us through some of the...
Okay, so this one is quite new, the role of AI in modern workplaces. We have other projects called Code Her Future. You can actually look at that. It's Code Her Future.
Right.
Yes, so we are trying to empower young women into tech, and that's one project. For one, I advocate for women, so I like pushing women more than men.
Right.
Because I have my own reasons for that. We have another project, I will tell you. We have another project called Tech for Kids.
Okay.
So in the Tech for Kids, we are training kids in coding and robotics. So what I'm doing is we're trying to put together the kids. So if you are listening to me and you want your children to learn coding and robotics, you start registering them. Just go on our website, www.gtechsolutionsafrica.com, or send us an email, and then we'll register the kids. There's a number of kids we're looking for. If we get it, we can start that project as well. So these are the projects that...
So we know that the women... I am particularly involved with the women because, when it comes to women in a lot of these things, so from tech to agric, all of those, I am passionate about that. So then let's break the women down, right? Okay. What are the services we're running for the women? Because I want women to know that you can do tech and you can do amazing at it, right? So let's break the women in tech down a little bit. So what goes into that?
So the Code of Future, we are training women to become leaders by using tech.
Right.
So you see, we have leadership where, and even now, we have the modernized leadership. The generational leadership is different from the leadership before.
Right.
So if you're training people even in leadership, it's quite different. So we are trying to train these girls to grow with tech. Unlike us, we are now, like I'm going to companies trying to train them.
Right.
When you start training young girls in tech from now, in 10 years' time, you can understand what's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, basically that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to change it and make sure that they are all equipped well with tech, and that when they grow, they can have more to do, because it will get to a time, just like you're saying, it will not be a misconception.
Right.
If you're not part of it, you can't go anywhere. You can't be employed in any company if you're not in artificial intelligence. So that's what we're trying to do.
Right. But then how many companies, some of the companies you've worked with so far? Okay,
so we've done with Ashfar Ghana. On tomorrow, we are going to start with Rwanda Air and Qatar Airlines. And also we are going to be doing with Zen Petroleum, Allied Heights, Melcom Group.
Right.
As for Melcom, we're going to train 6,000 people.
Wait, what? 6,000 people?
Of course. We'll be going all over, the continent, training them in there. So we actually factor it into the categories when it comes to the departments. Because it's not everybody that needs this particular application in this department. So that's what we're trying to do.
Oh, okay. And so every department and what they'll be taught.
Exactly.
I see. Any new projects coming up aside these?
Oh, yes. We have the AI Visionary Women Academy. And so...
right now, it's like you're trying to tickle my fancy because I like where it's headed.
Yeah, so 90% of everything I do is geared on to women. And to help women, to empower women, because I believe that an empowered woman can do more.
Right. Yeah. So the promo ends this...
The promo ends this month. It's free till the end of this month.
And then after the month, we're done.
Yeah, you're done. You're going to pay. It's quite expensive doing this, and I'm trying to give this as a CSR to people. But if any company registers before the end of the month, we'll be able to.
And how many weeks is the training?
It's a 3-day masterclass.
Okay.
Yeah, so
in 3 days, everybody has their groove on what's happening, and then...
You're going to love it.
Right. So you're going to... I think this is a really good initiative because, as I said, AI has come and it has come to stay. Instead of us having misconceptions about it, let's just really inculcate it into our workspace, try to digest it, and, you know, make good use of it. And that's what GTech is doing for you. Thank you so much, Dr. Lionel, for coming. And Dr. Lionel Lawson is the CEO and founder of GTech Solutions Africa, and you should register now. Your company, you are interested, do that now, because you heard him. After the end of month, when you come, you will pay some money. Also, if you're a woman, if you have kids, you've heard all the new projects that are coming on, just go on their website. Your website again, so
it's www.gtechsolutionsafrica.com. And if you want us to send us an email, you info@gtechsolutionsafrica.com.
And then the number?
It's 0277 777 117.
This is a very easy number.
0277 777 117.
Right.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming. And remember, let's keep AI in our loop. Do not throw it away, okay? All right. My name is Ofori-Atta. There's still more for you. Up next, we have a she-singer. Let me say that. She's a songstress. She's doing amazing when it comes to Ghanaian music. And KMJ will be seated with Sina Soul for our next conversation. Do not go anywhere. This is still Prime Morning.
I don't know, but every single day it becomes a problem for me. And it's good you guys didn't see what the technical team was seeing at the back there, but yeah, it is what it is. Thanks for staying with us here on the show. It's still a Monday morning, and I trust you've enjoyed all our segments this morning here on Prime Morning. We're super elated always to come your way and bring you nothing but the very best, and we're doing exactly so today. Now, the song you heard over there comes from a very, very talented young superstar, and for those of you on social media, I'm sure you know that she's my guest in the studio this morning. She's got a beautiful piece of work. She's outdoored, and we want you guys to take a look at it as well here on the show. So it was proper that we'll bring her into the studio to talk about it. She's won an award, and she's been everywhere performing on live stages, you know, winning the hearts of fans, and she's a singer that actually has a beautiful soul. So yes, welcome on the show, Sina Soul. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm good. You are a queen, right? You are Manye, big Manye.
I mean, aren't we all?
No, you're special. I want to put you a place in my palace. Don't you want to?
Thank you, thank you.
You want to be there?
Yes.
In the palace?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Every lady loves to be a queen. Once they get palace, they are gone. But I mean, it's been an incredible journey for you, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
And so far, you want to say it's been good?
I mean, it's been really worth it. It's been fulfilling. I'm still not where I want to be, but I won't say I'm at the same place. So I appreciate the journey so far. Yeah.
What are some of the things that you see that makes you believe that you're not where you want to be?
I was even looking at the video you're playing, the video, and I was just remembering that period, how it was for me, how it was even hard to fund the video, I realized it was my friends and my cousins that were the models in the video. I mean, wow, these guys, I couldn't afford any models, and I was just thinking about that, and I was just smiling to myself. And I know that, you know, God has brought me like very far, and I'm happy about that.
You spoke about the video. I mean, the journey itself. You think that the major problem had been what? Funding?
I think for every artist, that's how it starts off. Even in the process, there's a lot of funding, and as the years go by, it even gets worse. Like it increases all the time. You need money for every stage of promo, of creation, of everything. So I think that's number one for every artist. I mean, every independent artist. Yeah.
If there are people who have passed very, very beautiful, and I want to put it that way because, I mean, vocals-wise, it's beautiful to hear a voice that sounds really, really incredible in the ears. People have actually put you in that spot. They believe that you've got one of the finest voices in this industry. Does it really sometimes bother you that much that after all that you have, you're still in the process of getting somebody who would say that, you know what, come and let me push this career for you the way you're supposed to?
I mean, personally, I believe in God's timing. How many years ago? 3 or 4 years ago, I was with Universal. They were the first label to sign me. And we had like a really good run. Contract expired, and then I moved on from there. I believe that another label will come my way, another deal will come my way, another investor. I believe it's a process. I just have to keep working hard and not stopping there. The work will show for itself eventually. Yeah.
When you see young people in your space, you know, and where you've been before and where you are right now, do you sometimes feel for them? You guys don't have idea what you're getting yourself into?
I mean, I do. Like I look at them and I'm like, they keep out putting stuff out, and I'm like, yeah, just keep going. You know, at the end of the day, it will pay off. You just have to keep. That's the thing. Just don't stop. Even if you get 2 plays or 2 listeners, just keep going, because it's not always going to be the same for the rest of your life. Yeah.
Let's talk about records that you put together. Yeah. We've done how many songs, we've done how many EPs and all of that over the period?
If I tell you I know the number of songs of hit, it will be a lie. But I do know that I have a couple EPs. I have 3 EPs.
Great.
Over the years, I've always wanted to drop an album eventually, but I think I was just... In my mind, I wasn't ready because I wanted to... I feel like it's a big project. It's a full body of work, and I needed time to create it. So, yeah, 3 EPs, and then finally we have the album.
You think it's one of the biggest achievements yet?
Yes, I think so. And I think that in regards to the workload, oh my God, I don't know how people are able to create albums every year, because I used 2 years, almost 2.5 years to create this, and it was not an easy fit, because you had to record a lot of songs and then shortlist them to just about 10, 12, 14, and that's a crazy process, because you have a whole team. Everyone says, okay, choose this. Me too, I want this. This one says this, but this one, marketing this will be easier. But this one, to my heart to sing this one.
Battle,
It's a crazy battle, but I know that, I mean, it's been how many days? 2 days since it came out, and so far, so good. I'm so happy about the reception.
It's been great, right?
It's been amazing.
We'll get to that. What was the motivation that made you now decide that, you know what, I've always wanted to do this, let me do it? Was it somebody who inspired it, or you felt like you're an artist, you've grown, and you've gotten to the point where you need to just hold the bull by the horn and say, yes, it's difficult, it's tiresome and all that, but let's do it?
I think after dropping a couple EPs, I just got to the point where I started becoming very fearless, even with my releases and my recordings and my writing, very bold. So when my team eventually mentioned it again, because they've been mentioning it for years about an album, but I kept saying I'm not ready. But they brought it up again, I'm like, Sina, it's time to release an album. Let's just go. I was like, you know what, maybe you are right. Let me just tune my mind. So it was a personal decision to feel that, okay, Sina, you know what, you're right. Don't be scared, just go for it. It's just your first album. There's more to come. Let's just hammer this.
The creative process in that album, moving from one studio to the other, jumping from...
The sleepless nights.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It was tough. It was really tough. But the great thing about this time was I always write my song. I've always been a songwriter. I've written every single thing myself. But this time around, I allowed myself to have songwriters on board, and that made the work a little easier. But it was a little hard too, because when you're trying to understand or sing a song according to someone else's perspective, it's a little hard. You know, they're in the studio, they're writing with you, but...
They want you to go a certain way.
Yes, you have
also feel a certain type of way.
Exactly, and embodying what someone has written into fit myself was I didn't see that coming at all. I thought it would be very easy for me to write for me, but no. Because also I used to write myself, it was uncomfortable at first. When they start something, I'd be like, I don't know, is this me? Is this not me? But eventually I told myself that, Sina, even the greatest artists have songwriters. It doesn't make you any less of an artist. So just allow yourself, allow the process, and it was fun. It was fun. Yeah.
Which was a song that, you know, put you through a certain memory when you're writing it, that fond memory that easily come to mind? Which of the songs on the...
Fond memory, let me see. I won't say a memory, but maybe the hardest for me to deliver was Arizona, which is one of the songs on there that features Mr. Drew.
Yeah.
The timing and the the flow, it was not easy for me at all to, you know, write on that. But it was fun making it. Eventually, I caught on. I think I recorded like 4 times.
Whoa.
To get, because they kept saying it was good, but I just didn't feel like I had embodied it fully yet. So I kept going in and going in. Yeah, but I think that was the
I admit, if you listen to that song very well, I mean, I was in the car, I was listening to all the songs, I've listened to all the tracks, and that song, it's really somewhere. Yeah. But it's really a good song.
It's a beautiful, it's a fun song, it's a dance song. Yeah.
I think my favorite will be Big Man, For now.
Yeah?
For now.
Yes,
for now.
It could change.
It could change. And there's another one, Slowly.
Yeah. It's how I spelled it. Exactly
how you spelled it. You know, and it makes a lot of sense. If you literally, if you're listening to it and you're listening to, you're looking at the title of the song as well, the way you spelled it. It makes a lot of sense. Great stuff. But what didn't you lie about? Everything.
I didn't lie about everything. You know, I felt like it was a way to say that I didn't lie about who I am as a singer. I didn't lie about my songwriting skills, my vocal ability, dexterity, my ability to be versatile, to be an all-round artist. So that's literally what I'm asking. I'm saying, did I lie about all these things?
I was thinking something. I was like, okay, Sina has been talking about something we didn't know.
No.
And she didn't lie about them. So I've been listening to the songs and I'm trying to find if there's something in there that we have never heard before. You know, but I mean, that's a beautiful title of an album, by the way. And according to you, the reception has been great so far. There's some of the features you did. Is there any person you would have wished that would have been on any of the songs you didn't get?
Oh, let me see. I mean, every artist, we dream big. Me, I can dream.
I love the one with Stonebwoy too as well.
Thank you. That's a beautiful record.
Beautiful song.
Shout outs, Vanguard. So Stonebwoy drew. I have Olive on there.
Yeah.
I have TT, LST, Cephas on there as well.
Cephas on there as well.
Maybe want me to dream big. I'll say Plenty. I'll say Beyonce. I'll say Chris Brown. I'll say Burna Boy. You know, I had all these people in mind, but I know that this is just a process. Eventually, it would call their attention or it would lead me to that direction. Yeah.
Well, when you make works like these, you know, and you put them out there, I know the expectation is always very high. You need to beat the numbers and all of that. I don't know the kind of pressure it's putting on you right now. Are you comfortable?
Am I comfortable? No, I'm not sleeping. No. I was telling my team, we have not slept in weeks, honestly, because it's not like a single. You have one marketing plan and then you move with it. This time you have 12 marketing plans for each song. At the same time, you have to give one song attention because that's a lead single and that's the song that is going to push all the songs. At the same time, so you don't have to give it too much attention because it could overshadow the other songs. So you have to be very strategic. And we saw that coming, but that is one of the challenges of putting out an album. And it's not easy. We have to be on the go. There's pressure because it's a good album and people are saying it's a good album. People want it to go so far. I want that for myself as well. So we're going to go hard.
When it comes to you putting your works into perspective of visuals for people to see, there's something about it. You go so hard. If you want to do it in a certain way, you go fully. If you want, what brings all of that imagination together? You just always want to be you, like this is me.
Always, music is, I feel like music works with visuals. You have to feel the sound and see the sound as well. And I'm very particular about how visual. So my team, very, very creative people. You know, they always want to show people what it's like visually. I remember my video with the video I did for Two Back, which supposed to feature Sak and Okene, but eventually I played the role myself. We just wanted to play, we wanted to play with creativity. We don't want to do something that is seen all the time. And it wasn't easy, though, that particular video, trying to embody Sak's, mannerism, at the same time learning how Okene, it wasn't, but creativity is what keeps us going.
Some of the reviews that you get on that, do they bother you? Or when they are negative, do they bother you that much? How do you eliminate yourself from all of that aspect?
I think one thing I've learned to do over the years is just shake things off. I see it, you know. At first, I would say that, oh, I don't read the comments. You can't necessarily really hide too much comments. Once in a while, you see some, or someone who sends something to you, like, Tina, see what this person said. My sisters, I've gone to insult the person, though, but look at what they said, and I end up seeing it, but I just shake it off. I just like, this doesn't change who I am. I know who I am. I know who God has made me to be. So whatever you say doesn't face me in any way. Yeah.
One thing, and a lot of people also, and I think maybe they've associated you to many things, and it's because of the fact that you have a beautiful or a genuine spirit around these guys that you work with, that you find yourself in the industry with. Some said you're dating this, you're doing that, when you hear some of these things, what are some of the things that come to your mind?
It's funny. It's funny because it's like everyone is curious. I just notice it's just curiosity. They want to know, and I understand. Sometimes people want to see us behind the music. It's not all about, oh, Tina is an artist, she's singing, she's performing. No, sometimes they want to know what does she eat in the morning? What does she love doing? Does she like to read? What movies does she want to watch? Who is she dating? Who is she with? Is she in love? And it's understandable.
Because you guys think about love. And we never see you guys in love.
In love.
Well, many of the times.
Sometimes, some of us, sometimes we're not even in love, but like we know how to sing in love to make you believe that, you know. So I understand when they're asking all these questions, I just let them because I get it. I get it.
It doesn't really.
No, I don't
change anything.
Not really. Not really.
So are you doing that anytime soon? You falling in love anytime soon?
Right
because
now,
we want to ban you from singing about love if you don't fall in love.
Funny enough. It was a ban me from singing about love. I would sing about love. Because there's so much love around me. I see my friends in love, my parents. You know, it's nice. But me personally, I'm too busy.
Really?
I'm too busy. I just have.
So you don't get the attention or the come, you brush them off?
Oh yeah, I just brush them off. I don't, you know, indulge. Yeah, I mean, I like people. I'm a lover girl at heart, but right now, nah.
Will you give an industry person a chance if you feel that person really tilts towards what you want?
Like someone being an artist like me?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You would never?
No, I feel like artists, it could work for some people, but personally, I want someone with a different story. I want us to come back home and talk about, okay, so how was the hospital? How was sports? How was the bank? Not every day, hey, so the studio, we'll all talk about the same things. I just want something different.
Okay. Is the reason you went for a doctor?
That's what I just said, right? But no.
That's what I...
No, I mean, I don't mind if the doctor is, you know, but it has to be, you have to have a vibe, you know. You can't just be like too, you know. But
yeah, but a doctor will be coming and be giving you all the books and all those. Books. It will be boring, you know.
I don't think it'll be boring.
The surgeons and all of those people will give you the surgery they did and all that. It's boring.
I don't think so. I think you'll be like, oh, this person did this, and then I saved a life. I feel it will be very interesting.
Okay, so the doctors out there, this is an open call to all of you. Sina says that come when you get home and you talk about the surgery and all that, she will give you a beautiful song like a big man, yeah, for you to keep yourself going. So bring the application. Can I receive them on your behalf?
No, I'm not putting out any application.
Let me receive them on your behalf.
No, please,
so that we'll just, after we're done, I'll see with your team and then we'll just
go
review
through.
the names.
Oh my God.
The CV and then we'll decide on that.
No CVs, please.
Anyway, now let's talk about, you know, the way, you know, ahead of you. I mean, it's a big deal. Yeah. I know it's difficult, you know, being in that space you are in, and especially being a woman. We have had that conversation over the years. I think that is changing. I don't know about your perspective on that, but do you think that in the near future we're going to see most of you guys getting, women by the way, getting exactly what you deserve in this industry?
Definitely. I believe that God won't bring us this far to leave us. I believe that this hard work will be rewarded. I grind all nights because I know, like, there's no way that God will see us do all of this and sleepless nights and tears and then it would end in nothing. No way. So I'm a strong Christian, so I believe that we'll all get what we want, what we deserve, what we worked hard for eventually. Yeah.
And after this project, what are we looking forward to?
I mean, for now, this is my firstborn. I keep saying it's my first baby, so I'm going to put everything into head. There's 12 songs to go, to run through, to market, to promote. So I have a lot to do. After it, we'll see what comes after. But for now, this is, you know,
I have a personal favorite. I've mentioned about 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Which one of the songs really hits you? Or maybe a personal experience that you had to live with?
I can't pick one.
They are your babies.
They are all my babies, but I really, truly love Big Manye, mainly because the skit at the beginning was from my mom, and I think it's a very special song for girls and us being queens and believing in ourselves. And of course, the one with Stonebwoy is also very special because the verse he delivered was out of this world. So I truly love these songs, but I love all of them.
Okay, all right, so we're looking at some of the visuals of this 2 back. And, okay, so that's you over there doing your own thing.
Yes.
No, you had a cigar.
Yes.
It was your first time having a cigar?
I mean, camera tricks, clearly.
Oh, so you were not even doing anything after?
I mean, Kinsak is, I think, is it's part of his brand. So it was between holding a champagne glass, because he does that as well, or a cigar. And I feel like cigar had more drama to it. But so that, yeah, I mean, I had to.
You didn't have anybody coming and saying you're smoking and all?
Not really. I think people just believed I was acting, and I was acting. So I actually didn't get any form of, nothing, literally, because they understood immediately what I was doing. They realized it's not me. I'm just embodying a different artist at that time,
Do we have videos that we are looking out for in the new
Definitely. Looking forward to a video with, Larger Than Life, which is the one with Stonebwoy. Different Place. My intro, Breathe, has a video as well. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of.
Oh, will they end up having a video for all of them? Not necessarily.
Let's see. I mean, so there's budget. Let's see if we get some cool budget. I would love that.
But was it expensive doing the budget for this one? Was it expensive for
Definitely. Definitely. Lately, the budget for music videos are insane. And I was saying recently somewhere that people charge in dollars now, and it's and
for a music video.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, and I mean, even photo shoots are expensive now, so you can imagine how much videos cost. So it's a big budget. And it would have been bigger if we had all the artists in the video as well, even crazier. But this was also because it's the same cameras, same setting, same lighting, everything. So also very expensive.
Okay, so that brings my mind to something that it seems to happen in the industry a lot. And I'm not going to actually skew this towards any particular person. It's the difficulty that is involved when you guys have projects with other people and you have to shoot video. Kofi Mole had a similar example that, a couple of weeks ago was everywhere. Everybody's saying they had to have Sarkodie in there and Sarkodie couldn't show up and all of that. Not just Sarkodie, there have been other issues that have come up with this. As an industry, you think that this is one of the major issues you guys face? Or if you don't show up, I'm going to be Sark, I'm going to be O'Kenneth, I'm going to be Senator. And I just leave it there.
I don't think it's a major issue. It is an issue, but it's not like a huge deal that we can't live without. Yes, if you collaborate with someone, you expect to be able to create content together, shoot a video together, but if that doesn't happen, you make it yours.
But you'd have loved to have them in the video.
We will shoot a video eventually, but this one, it was pure. It wasn't because we didn't have them
available.
No, this was a visualizer.
Okay.
Kenneth was willing to. I remember, he's in Kumasi.
Yeah.
But he was willing to fly down for us to shoot a video. Sark was ready as well, but I wanted to put out this visualizer before eventually shooting the video with them. So yeah, I think it's timing and all of that, but yeah, I don't think it's a major issue, but it is an issue.
So it means eventually we're going to have the video for...
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Maybe this time around we'll switch you
maybe they play my role.
Exactly. That would be really, really good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about empowerment and moving forward and other things that internationally, what you're planning on doing, with that brand itself. Are there things strings you're pulling that would eventually get you there?
I mean, some of the strings, I can't speak about them on air, but yes, we're moving. We're really moving. We're pulling all our connects, putting it all together, making moves, having conversations, it's a long, process, but I believe that I have a really strong team. They've brought me this far. So I know they would eventually, you know, get all the connects and everything that we need to move and take this international, because we don't want to stay here forever. We want to sell Ghana to the rest of the world. So yeah, eventually we know that it would all be put in place.
Ghana Music Awards is coming up. Nominees are out. I don't know if you've seen some of the nominations.
Yeah, I've seen them. I mean, congrats to all of them that, you know, all the artists, they work so hard, all the nominations. That's amazing.
Is there any particular one that you're excited about? You took the Artist of the Year. It has about 3 gospel people in there.
I mean, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I feel like artists, we really give people something to like look forward to, like the world. It's exciting news. Like when I saw the lineup, I'm like, wow, this is about to be a battle, because everyone on there deserves Artist of the Year. So let's see how it goes. It's exciting. I can't wait, actually.
Who do you think will eventually pick that award?
I can't tell. Paluta is there. Stoneboy is there. Who else is there? Quickle Smoke is there.
Eternity is representing.
Eternity is there. Joe Metto is there. King Promise is there. Black Sheriff is there. Oh my God. Yeah. It's a battle. And they all deserve to be there. That's the truth. So whoever wins will be happy.
We're good with that.
Yeah.
Okay, if you just joined us here on the show, Sinner Soul is my guest in the studio, and we're talking about a new project she's put out there, Did I Lie? And if you listen to all the songs, you know that she definitely didn't lie about anything that she said about herself and what you've seen over the years. And so you want to go and check it out. She's going to put, you know, the places you can find them out, you know, before we wrap it all up, so you can go and stream them, because that's the most important thing. When the project is out, it's you guys that make it what it is. So if you don't go and stream it, if you don't share it, if you don't tell your friends about it, they're still not going to be able to move with that project. And so please do well. Once you put the details out there, make sure you go and check them out and, you know, listen to the songs. Trust me, you will love them. You will really, really love them. And so do well and then go and check the songs out. Now, which of the songs on the album reflects your personality? It's a big mania. I've always said that you're mania, you're a queen, so...
My personality, I mean, yeah, let's go with that then. Let's go with that. I mean, I feel like everyone has a bit of me in there, no matter how crazy it sounds or how slow it is, because my very first song is a very soft, my intro is a ballad, and I have that side.
Breathe, right?
Breathe, yes. It's so soft. And then there's Larger Than Life, which is more, you know, in your face, and there's Arizona. I have a bit of me in every song.
Are you a complicated person or a very easygoing person?
Let me see.
How you dress, I think you're a very easygoing person, but I don't know.
I always see what my friends say.
How difficult or complicated
I think it would be best to ask my friends, but personally, I think I'm very easygoing. I'm always laughing. I laugh too much sometimes in serious situations. So I think I'm easygoing.
A lot of people think that you're a very complex person, actually.
Really? Oh, no.
I don't know what experience is making them make that conclusion.
Yeah, maybe I'm too serious. Maybe they seem to be so, you know, no. I'm probably always laughing. I'm always watching Rastine videos and laughing and like,
What do you do to relax?
Akabeneza.
Oh, that's what you watch?
I'm telling you.
You like him that much?
I love that man with my heart. But at the same time, I'm a gym girl as well. I like playing table tennis. I like to swim. I like to run. I'm a sports girl, so I love doing all these things.
A lot of kinky?
A lot of it. I'm even hungry right now. I feel like I might eat kinky this morning.
I see. Yeah. If I'm looking for you and I'm not finding you, who amongst your friends in the industry would I possibly be looking out for?
In the industry?
Yeah, if I'm looking
so it has to be an artist.
Yeah. I know if this person, if I call this person, it's either you're there or you'll be able to tell me where you are.
Oh, then I don't think any of them. I'm very secret. I'm always in my corner. It has to be a friend that would know. Or it has to be my cousin. I have a cousin that, if he always knows
where you are.
Yes, if I'm there, he knows. Even if anyone in this world doesn't know, he knows, and he's right there.
Oh, okay, the trouble one.
Yes, that one.
And which of the artists do you hang out with a lot?
Oh, let me see. Sefa and I are really cool. TT and I are very cool. Mr. Drew and I are very cool. He's a crazy human being. Camido, who else? Yeah, these are like a cool kiddie, you know. Yeah.
And you guys mostly hang out. What are some of the things you guys talk about when you guys?
We're probably always talking about music and this and like, okay, we have to do this. Always strategizing. Like sometimes we have to remind ourselves, listen, we need to breathe. It doesn't always have to be.
That's true.
Work,
the pressure on social media on you guys alone is crazy.
Yes. No, let's talk about something else. Let's do something else. Let's go and swim. Let's go run. Mr. Ju will call me like, "Where are you? I'm at the gym. Come and work out." We have that relationship, and it's great. We are each other's keepers. And
before we saw that, it was very, very well engineered, and we thought you guys were headed somewhere with it, and then we didn't see it maturing the way probably we expected it to be. Maybe
who are we speaking about?
Who are we? Your kind of group that you guys have right now, the folks that you guys have right now.
Yeah.
When you guys started, we saw a certain element of togetherness and moving to certain stages together and all of that. It didn't probably mature the way we wanted it to.
Really, I think it is.
Really?
I think it has.
We didn't see that the way it was from the beginning.
Really, personally, I believe
we're not seeing it, you guys put it out there enough?
Maybe, because I think there's a lot of collaborations lately. Mr. Ju just dropped a song with Camido, which is a beautiful record. Drew also dropped a song with Olive. I think it's still there. We still have that connection. I think people just need to see it. Maybe it's not too intentional, but I think it's there.
I think it was the kind of energy you guys started this with.
Right.
I mean, look at the last 3 years, the TGMAs that we've had. It was just you guys, young people on there doing your things, crazy things and all of those, you understand? And so maybe it was the energy that we saw when I expected that it was going to be very continuous. And maybe we're not seeing it the way it is, and for me, that's how I see it from what I said. It doesn't mean you guys are not working or you're not doing your best, but I think it was the energy you guys started with. I mean, look back 3 years ago. And you admit that a lot of things went into it from the beginning. I hope you guys are not quenching the fire anytime.
No, like I said, I still see a lot of collaborations, and maybe people don't see us a lot on, I think it's the stage. Like maybe if we were performing together more often, I think that's what it will give people the idea that but I think we're still there. They're still collaborating at the end of the day. There's still music being put out. So I think it's still great energy between all of us.
Does it have to do with the kind of charge you guys, take per shows? I understand that right now, if you call any of you, it's a lot of money involved. Maybe it's worth it.
It's always, I feel like sometimes they are underpaid or we are underpaid, because I was saying right now that our videos, everything costs so much. So if you pay me roughly, let's just say 50,000 cedis per show today, it's probably not even half of what I'm going to pay for a music video the next week, So it's not because we just want to splurge the money. People don't even see us splurging. All you see is more videos and more content. So you should see that we're putting that money to work. So just keep paying us. That's our work. People don't realize it's literally our 9 to 5. So if someone is charging 50,000 for a show, or 100,000, it's the work. They put so much into it. So sometimes when people are doing that, I'm like, please.
Recently I saw a post on social media. Somebody in the US, talking about how much an artist said he wanted to charge per show, like a 30-minute show performing, and the person was like, it's outrageous.
I don't know why people always see it to be so outrageous. I think maybe we should share maybe people need to see exactly what goes into it. Maybe because we don't see the actual numbers that, listen, this is how much I paid to make this particular song that you want me to come and perform. This is what it takes. Maybe when people see how much we put, because I think they see performing and singing to be, I just come and hold mic and sing and go.
Exactly, yeah.
But a lot goes into it before that tiny little sing and go. A lot goes into it. So please pay people their worth. A lot. It's not easy.
If you're backstage right now, we're probably just about wrapping up, but if you're backstage right now and you're just about announcing, the MC just about announcing you on stage, what is the first thing that comes to mind before you step on that stage?
First thing is always a prayer. Because backstage Sina is shaking. I'm always shaking like I've never performed. I'm always shaking like I've never performed in my life before. But apparently it's normal, it's natural, and it's always going to be there forever. So I have to brace myself. But I'm always praying. I always say, God, I do this for you. So let's do this. If you wanted me to be here, so do not embarrass me. Let's do this together. Let's work together. So I'm always saying a little prayer before I go, because it always helps. Because the moment I get on stage, the nerves just vanish. And I don't know how that thing happens, but I'm shaking and even if it's the hottest room ever, I'm cold. But the moment I go on stage, it just
everything just vanishes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Where can we get the songs, your social media handles and all that?
So CINA_SOUL. Did I Lie? My new album is out everywhere. It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify, Apple Music, Audio Mac, Boomplay. It's everywhere. So you don't have, it's even in your face. It's in your market near you. It's everywhere. So please check it out and send me all your videos. Send me your favorites. Send me your top 3. Let me know. Create content with it. Create TikToks with it. I'll repost all of it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for the support so far.
Great stuff. So go check it out, Did I Lie? And trust me, you will enjoy it. I've enjoyed all the tracks on there, and I already have my favorites. So maybe first 2 favorites. I'm going to get to the others and see. Maybe it will just grow on me. And so, yeah, go check them out yourself. Now, this one says, happy birthday to the lovely Mrs. Patricia Botio from your husband, children, and in-laws. Can you, okay, that's coming from Kwame Botio of the CPP. He's the General Secretary, and it's going out to you, Mrs. Patricia Botio, and this one is from your husband, your children, and your in-laws, and we wish you the very best. Today is also the birthday of one of our directors here on Prime Morning, Priscilla. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. May God bless you. Priscilla is one of the directors here on Prime Morning, and we wish you the very best. Great stuff. All right. So, Cinesoul has been my guest here on the show. We'd like to say a big thank you to you for coming through and sharing that beautiful body of work with us. We wish you the very best and congratulations. That's a lot of work. And so, yeah, we'll be expecting some more from you as well. Great stuff. My name is KMJ. I've been here with Rosalind, and we'd like to say a big thank you. Of course, Shola Ademi also came through. Nathaniel also came through. Tomorrow, God willing, we're back again at 6 a.m. here on Prime Morning. Until then, please do good and communicate. Take care of yourselves and each other. Check out something from Cinesoul, and if you ever imagined that you could really have a good time with her, Did I Lie is available. Make sure you enjoy it too. Have a good morning.